Pharma Brands radio station. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to back.
On YouTube.
He's back. That's what matters. He's Bart. I'm Carlin. It's ESPN New York. You're
back.
welcome.
You're back.
I am back.
You look going longer than me.
Yeah, I was. Did you hear about what happened?
What, you being stuck on the side of the road?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. I always follow you.
I ran out of gas.
How the hell you run out of gas?
Exactly. Exactly.
Next, but you're in the middle of nowhere, next gas station, 600 miles.
I told this story briefly yesterday, and we'll just go there to start because we're going to get into Aaron Judge getting booed here in a few minutes, which is just mind-numbing. But we'll get to that. We will also get to Maggie Gray, our former partner, who will be joining us, a little CMB reunion.
Love Lucius. This is like New Edition coming back together after 10 years.
Yeah, it's just like that. Because everybody's been waiting for this reunion to happen. But we are psyched that Maggie's coming in, and we'll have some fun with her between 12 and 1 today. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, and, of course, on the ESPN New York app. Want you to be a part of the program as quickly and as often as you can in the chat by leaving your comments, and we will get them in very shortly. So just here's what happened. So as you know, I went to Kansas City to do the Big 12 tournament on ESPN Radio. I was doing it with Fran Fraschilla and Courtney Cronin. Courtney, who you see her all the time on over when you're doing over Get Up, and she's there to
Chicago superfan.
Exactly. She is, well, not super fan.
I know she works for him. I know, but
she covers the Bears, and she hosts First Take and does all different kinds of things. Best week ever on the weekend. Anyway, Courtney's great. And so what happened? I feel like how I should start is what had happened was our flights out of Kansas City last Sunday all got canceled because the weather in Chicago was bad. And there was bad weather coming to Kansas City as well. I was connecting on United in Chicago. There's no more direct from Newark to Kansas City. They stopped that route a couple of years ago, which, okay, that's fine.
High demand? No, you mean there's no high demand going to Kansas City?
But apparently, if they felt like they needed to cut back some routes, that was one that they were comfortable doing it with. So Courtney lives in Chicago. I had my flight rebooked for the next day. But instead of flying to New Jersey through Chicago on Monday, knowing that Courtney had to get back, I said, listen, she had to drive. I said, if you want, and I fully operated with this kind of disclaimer. We have spent a lot of time together the last few days, working together. 7.5 hours to drive from Kansas City to Chicago that's a lot of me. That's a lot of me. So if you don't want to do that, I'm not going to be offended in the least. And so she's like, no, let's do it because it is a long drive, and nobody wants to make that drive themselves, and I completely understand. So we get a rental car. And we leave at about noon on Sunday. About 3:30 comes around Central Time, and I'm noticing a couple of times that we are burning through the gas. And we've got a Jeep, but I'm not sure what kind of Jeep it was. And so I look down, and it doesn't have the little number that tells you how many miles you have left in the tank.
They don't have that?
No, it just had the meter thing, where it's down in the red, but it doesn't say you've got 35 miles left.
Oh, okay.
Anything like that. So at this same time, it's like 3:30. I had been doing all the driving so far, and I was like, I could use a cup of coffee. That wouldn't kill me. So I started looking, and we're in Iowa at this point, and we're looking for a coffee place. Now, here's the problem. When you get to Iowa, it turns into one of those situations where next exit 31 miles. One of those deals. And I didn't realize it. So just on the highway, going 75 miles an hour, engine just cuts. Just cuts. We ran out of gas. Pull over on the side of the road. I'm like,
Did you look left and right and didn't see nothing but like hay bales?
oh, yeah. No, you know what there literally was? Windmills.
Oh, God.
And Bart, it had just started hailing, and the wind is whipping at 50 miles an hour. So I'm walking out there, and I'm thinking the Wicked Witch of the West is about to come out and fly around.
Wait for the house to fall?
Yeah, exactly. So, long story short, we're stuck for about 45 minutes. This guy comes and fills us up. But then I find out, thanks to my wife, who texts me and says, you realize that you're driving into a blizzard warning, right?
Wow.
I didn't even look at the forecast. I used to pride myself on being somewhat of a details guy. I ran out of gas and did not even look to see that we were driving into a blizzard.
And Courtney was believing in you.
No.
She didn't believe in you to check the gas tank. See, when you driving the car, you know what the tank is. She ain't looking at what's in the tank.
No, but I even mentioned to her at one point, I'm like, man, we're burning through this gas pretty quick. This thing didn't get the best mileage.
Yeah, pretty quick. But she didn't know you was driving a Hellcat.
Yeah, apparently.
Would you have a Hemi?
It may as well have been. But at this point, she looks over, and Courtney is a good sport, and she's like, oh, we're idiots. And I'm like, Courtney, it's not we're idiots.
Did you call? Does Uber like bring gas to you? Can you do that?
So here was the deal with that. I looked up online, and I literally Googled, what do you do when you run out of gas on the highway?
Oh, call like the Geico roadside assist people?
And so it's got like a couple of different ads that pop up for roadside assistance. And I go through the process with one of them, and it wants you to pay before they tell you how long it's going to be.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no is right. And the pay, in other words, just to come out and give you a few gallons of gas, was $199. Another one was $149. Courtney.
Did it bring you super?
No, but Courtney calls our rental car company, and it says, if you're in an emergency, dial 911. And she's like, well, this feels like an emergency. She dials 911, and she's like, and I have to say, there's a good little acting job on her part because, yes, there are trucks flying by at 85 miles an hour, but Courtney added an urgency to her voice.
I think they're going to run into the back of me.
Of somebody that needed help having run out of gas. And, like, it's really dangerous out here. And, all right, you don't want to get out of the car, but still, oh, my God. And then it was like another 4.5 hours, 5 hours to Chicago.
Hold up. How long did it take them to come get you?
It was not that bad. The Iowa Department of Transportation came out, and they were there in like a half hour. And they had like this gas tank
but the thing is,
where the guy actually has a nozzle that he pulls out on the side of the truck.
Yeah.
And puts it in. It's not just like a little red gas can.
It's because you're not the first idiot.
Yes, exactly. And I said to the guy, how often are you doing this? How many morons are there like me? And he's like, a lot.
What do you think?
Does he fill you up full tank?
No,
he give you enough just to get to the gas tank. But
yeah, it gave me about like
was it
$20?
$20? Was it $20 a gallon?
Iowa Department of Transportation wouldn't charge a dime. How about that? They didn't make me pay at all. Now I tried to.
I know the taxpayers are like, this idiot. This is where our money's going.
Well,
we still got potholes, but this idiot, we got to pay for idiots just run out of gas, give them free gas.
This is not what I think is the best part, and I think you will appreciate.
You should run out of gas on purpose. Then you're going through Iowa, run out of gas on purpose. You'll say, especially with how much gas costs now, just run out of gas. I will tap you off.
I tried to give the guy $60 just for his efforts. Wouldn't take it. So Bart, here's the best part. You know, my brother Jim lives in Iowa. My brother lives on the other side of the state. But he sees my social media post, and he calls up. My brother Jim is running for office in Iowa. Okay? Now, you guys can do your own.
Did they lose your vote?
You can.
No. Like his brother's an idiot, so big brother got
this was, did you ever see the follow-up to Tommy Boy called Black Sheep?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So that's Chris Farley and David Spade. And Chris Farley is the fat ne'er-do-well brother of the guy who's running for Senate. So my brother Jim calls me up, and he's like, are you okay? I can get somebody there. I got Johnny Davidson right down the road, and he'll be there in 10 minutes. And I'm like, no, we're fine. It's okay. But then the tone of the call changes quickly from, is everything all right, to,
you big dummy. So
listen, were you nice to the people on the phone? Are you going to be nice to the guy who comes? And I'm like, oh, he wants to make sure that I'm not going to cause an incident that's going to hurt his campaign.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's what it was. It kind of turned like, tell me about what happened. Tell me about how you're going to handle this.
You know who my
I called him out on it immediately. Are you trying to make sure that I'm not going to cause a problem for your campaign in this part of the state?
You know who my brother is?
I should have done that. I should have pulled out, don't you know who my brother is?
I have y'all shining shoes in Pelican Bay. Police, King Kong, ain't got nothing on me.
My brother was a state senator in Iowa and is running for higher office in the state, but it was funny that he thought that there was a chance that I was going to cause a problem for his campaign. And I could see that. Like, if you've seen Black Sheep, I could see where my brother would think, he might be the Chris Farley character in this whole situation here.
I'm ruled by the bay.
So anyway, that was that mess that happened there.
Courtney's like, I'm never riding with him again.
Listen, she could not have been better about the whole situation. And the two of us were just laughing. But I did offer the qualification, like, you know what this is like. Hey, 7 hours with me in the car, I'm a lot. This is not going to be Courtney falls asleep for 5 hours and, we'll see you in Chicago.
7 hours.
So we left at 12. I dropped her off at her place at like 9 o'clock. So it was like turned in 7.5 to 9 hours.
Man, y'all could have flew to Africa.
We could have. You're going to. Oh, my God. It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. So that's what happened there. That was that whole mess. But, like, seriously, who runs out of gas?
Bro, I can't
today, who runs out of gas?
Nobody.
Exactly. How dumb
especially
did I have
not
to
a grown
be
up
in
with
that
more than
moment?
$20 in their pocket.
Oh, my God. I didn't have any cash.
What the hell was y'all driving?
That was kind of funny when I said to Courtney, you got any cash on you?
She's like, this dude.
I think I had $35 or $40 on me. And she's like, I think I got a 20. Here you go.
Yo, I don't think I've ever ran out of gas.
I've never run out of gas in my life.
Okay. I didn't know if you were a habitual line
stepper.
stepper.
No, I'm not a habitual line stepper with that. Like, I'm not the guy.
You always got that guy when it's touching the red line. You're like, oh, we got about 30 miles left. Like, what? Oh, hell no.
Yeah, no. Oh, there's always
no banana in my tailpipe.
The guy who always says, well, they've always got an emergency reserve in there. Right. And I'll make it to the next place.
Yo, you ran out of fumes, bro. You know, like your car.
No, the car didn't even cough. It just went nothing. Dead.
Yeah.
Dead. I'm hitting the gas, man, and nothing's happening. I wasn't even getting that. I'm hitting the gas.
What kind of car was it? Don't tell me you was in a Prius.
No, it was a Jeep. It wasn't a Jeep. It wasn't a Jeep Cherokee.
Bro, you can't be going fluffy for like the big time car. You want an SUV and run out of gas?
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't a Jeep Cherokee.
No matter, it was an SUV.
It was like a Jeep Compass, I think. Nothing against the Jeep Compass. It's a lovely car.
You were in the square.
Yes.
That's like the little square car that
the
chipmunks get out.
They
only let you take so many cars one way.
I know, and they only had some, like they had a few of those cars, and then they had like a minivan. I'm like, I'm not driving a damn minivan to Chicago.
I tell you what, a minivan would have got you 200 miles per gallon.
Probably so.
You want to go with some hybrid V6.
But just because I don't have kids, I thought it was too cool to drive a minivan in that spot.
You didn't want to be looking like John Candy in Home Alone, driving U-Haul in the back with the ukulele.
This came very close to planes, trains, and automobiles, the way it looked. Because the planes are canceled. I'm at the airport. I'm getting rental cars. Like, it's a whole mess. Oh, my God. It very much looked like that. And it looked like one of the fields that I was going to have to walk through to get to the town. You would have looked.
That's like Children of the Corn. That's how movies start.
Oh, this is
you get the can
absolutely.
And you walk to the gas station.
If it had been dark out, this is absolutely how movies start. This is absolute. Like it would have been
Massacre, Children of the Corn.
Off in the distance, here comes a pair of headlights just out of nowhere, and you can't see in front of your face.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ugh. Bart Carlin on ESPN New York on the ESPN New York app. Let's just start here because Billy in the truck is up on ESPN New York and the story related to this. Billy, what's up, dude?
Hey, guys. Yeah, first of all, anyone booing Aaron Judge was a clown.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute.
We were driving through Pennsylvania. We were towing, and we're coming down there. We're coming up a hill, and the tank is just dumping and dumping and dumping. And we're like, we're not making the next one. We just died right before the exit, coasting downhill. Now we're sitting there, we're waiting. Same thing, we're trying to figure out what to even do. And we get a AAA guy come over, and it was like a 2017 Ford, a newer truck, and it didn't have the gas cap. It had one of those capless things, and you need a special funnel that's like with the tire kit and everything. So the guy's looking around. He's just the AAA guy. He's just spilling gas on the floor and everything. And we're looking around. We're looking at him like this clown's got no idea what he's doing. So we end up having to find the funnel and how to put it in and did the whole freaking job for him basically, and still charged us $250 just to come out there with 3 gallons of gas.
You should have asked him what's labor. That would be quite the racket.
Oh, damn! I had a question for him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because I wondered, did he turn the radio off and the air off? People always turn the air off like that, taking gas.
Oh yeah, no, I looked up. Like the air and the heat were already off. Like there was nothing I could have done.
He turned the radio.
Turned the radio
I'm saying?
off.
People think that means something.
Yeah.
That's electricity from the battery. Ain't got nothing to do with the gas.
None of it would have had a damn thing to do with that. All of it. It was me being a complete menace and moron. That's all it was. And really, when I think about my antics of the last year or so, I would say that fits right in with what I've been doing. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube page. So you're welcome for that little story. Let us begin with the Aaron Judge discussion, because I know Michael started having this discussion off of John Heyman tweeting out that people were booing Aaron Judge in spring training. Now, Michael was pretty annoyed about it. I can understand that. I can understand why Aaron Judge would be annoyed about getting spring training boos, because that would make absolutely no sense. If you're out there booing Aaron Judge right now, what are you doing? We haven't even started the season. Now, I don't want to sit here and tell you that Aaron Judge, by any means, is immune to getting booed. He's not. He knows exactly what he signed up for, and in this particular case, if you want to go after him and boo him, it seems kind of silly to be doing that in spring training. Here's what I don't get. Why? Is he in a spring training slump that I missed? You're upset that he didn't get a hit in the 5th inning and knock in 2 runs in a meaningless game? You're upset about the WBC and what happened there. Are you upset about his comments with the WBC that, he felt the energy from playing for your country and all that, and compared that to the World Series and such? Bart, I don't really understand where a fan would have any reason right now to boo Aaron Judge.
Have they played any games yet?
Not ones that matter.
That's what I'm saying. But this is, please, if you are somebody who supports the booing of Judge, or if you have a gripe with Judge, please represent that side of the aisle, right? That's what we want to know. Because I'm sure if people were booing, it's some people that say, well, that's what he gets. which I don't understand because he's been one of the best players in baseball for the last 3 seasons. And I'm being kind by saying the last 2 because really he's never disappointed. Like he's been everything that you expect him to be. I don't think he's underrated. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's properly rated as one of the best baseball players, not named Shohei Ohtani. And, for them that's what I'm talking about. New York, that's why people get upset with New Yorkers. How arrogant and smug they can be to think that they have the right to boo him. Out of all the people. I mean, let's see how I'm sure he's going to handle it just like Stanton handled it with class and grace and say that they have the right to do whatever they want to do. But come on, man. This is why people hate New York. This is why people come off and say that you're unappreciative, that you don't deserve nice things. And I understand. It's been, 13 years since they won a title?
Longer than that. 16.
Well, 16 years since they won the title. So there's a lot of fans out there that the Yankees don't get the grace that the championship teams get.
At this point, if you want to get on them, get on them. That's fine. But I don't understand why you would do it right now. I do also, though, want to be clear. In no way is Aaron Judge immune from this, immune from criticism, period. And Michael made this point, and I just wasn't necessarily buying it, that people are going to look at Aaron Judge around baseball. Free agents are going to look at Aaron Judge getting booed, and they're going to say, why do I want to go to New York? If they're going to boo Aaron Judge.
Because the Yankees, man. It don't matter.
See, maybe you would even want to try to sell me that it's a new generation of player and they're more sensitive to it. But ultimately, all it boils down to is who's going to end up paying you the most. And playing for the Yankees, too, I know that there's a stigma to playing in New York, but I got news for you. New York is going to get on you, but I don't feel like it's a whole lot worse than places like Boston or Philly or any place like that right now. You want to go and play in obscurity, go play in obscurity. But, why would that keep you from coming here? You know what you're signing up for.
I mean, you absolutely know what you're signing up for. But, it just goes back to the fact how Aaron Judge has played at such a high level, and this is what people talk about when you talk about playing in New York. It just comes with the territory. It's funny that that they have such a high standard, but they haven't won nothing in 16 years, but they still have that same standard. At some point, you got to say you got to recalibrate and recognize who you are. Like you aren't the Dodgers. No matter how bad you want to be the Dodgers, you used to be the Dodgers. But this era, you have to accept what you get. You can't have that same smug expectation that you had before because this isn't that time.
I just don't understand where you would get this right now. Tom, as a huge Yankee fan, when you hear all of this, do you feel like this is just flat out stupid? Do you understand any of it? Can you put any kind of context as to why Judge would be getting booed now?
In spring training, it makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, he struck out. Big deal. He strikes out a lot. If it's during the regular season, he's in a massive slump, no one in this town is immune from being booed. That would be whether we're talking about the Knicks and Jalen Brunson if he's struggling and causing the team to fail, Juan Soto in Queens. It can be Aaron Judge. It can be anybody. Jeter's been booed. Everybody's been booed. Regular season, it's fine. Spring training, it's meaningless. What are we even doing?
I don't even understand.
Were they all drunk? Well,
I mean, that's
I don't know.
That's possible. Boombach, are you a Yankee fan or a Met fan?
I'm a Yankee fan.
Yeah, I mean, when you saw this, what did you think?
I can't believe it, honestly. It must not be Yankee fans. What are you guys booing the guy for? I don't understand it.
It's spring. What are we talking about, man?
It's an exhibition game, and you're booing the best player.
Unless, what are they really?
Yankees.
It's like when you walk around, your girl yell at you because you didn't put the toilet seat down, and you ask her, what are you really mad about? What is this really about? Because I know this ain't about no damn toilet seat.
There's a deeper issue here.
Exactly. So what's the deeper issue? Is the deeper issue that Yankee fans don't believe that Judge is going to take them to the promised land? Do they believe that he doesn't have the clutch gene? Do they believe that he's a guy that's going to have a great career but never be considered an all-time great Yankee because he's never going to win, because he's living in the Dodger era where they're willing to do what the Yankees aren't willing to do? Are they looking at him and he's a reminder of shiny things that they're going to be just good enough not to be mad and not be bad and horrible, that they're just going to be stuck on that hamster wheel where they're a team that's going to play well? They're not going to – I think people much rather be bad than be just stuck in the middle. And I feel like Yankee fans feel like no matter what we do, he's not Jeter. He's not going to come up with the big play that we need. He's not going to be that force multiplier that's going to take us over the top. And then he has the nerve to talk about the World Baseball Classic. He basically, deflects and says that, this is real baseball. When you basically talking about an Olympic medal, is it that? I think maybe it's that, because it can't be about him striking out or what he's doing in spring training. It's got to be a deeper issue here that's what the fans are upset about.
I have to, just the early tracking on a poll that they put up on the YouTube page, should Yankee fans be booing Judge? I mean, that should be 95-5, right? It's like 28% that are saying, yes, he should be booing Judge. Now, it's early on that poll, and you can go and vote there on the ESPN New York YouTube page and comment as well. But some of the comments are coming in like this from Tim H. He succeeds in random games. Well,
that's so disrespectful. Like,
he doesn't succeed in the random games in the postseason last year. Was it his fault they lost?
So
Dude hit 500.
Are people thinking that's the exception, not the rule? Like, okay, last year he got lucky, but ultimately they didn't go anywhere. They didn't go back to the World Series.
No, they didn't. But what did it have anything to do with him? I mean, you want to make him the face of the organization?
Well,
I understand.
If he's the quarterback, he gets the
smoke.
Yeah, he gets both. He gets the accolades and he gets the hate.
It's Bart and Carlin. We're just getting started. 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. On this topic, on Judge getting booed, and if it makes any sense whatsoever, I also want to know, have you ever run out of gas? Have you ever put yourself in that? What is the dumbest position that you have ever put yourself in because you weren't paying attention?
Carlin, you're a grown-ass man. I cannot believe you ran out of gas.
That voice right there was in my head as I was at mile marker 58 in Marengo, Iowa.
Did you hear Fred? Did you hear Red Fox?
You big dummy.
You big dummy. Like, there you go. You was in such a rush.
You big dummy.
You know what I'm saying? You was in such a damn rush to get nowhere fast that you was like, I'm just going to ride by and listen. We'll you know how you drive and you just get on the highway, but you need gas? You're like, nah, I'm going to drive. It's one down the road.
No, it wasn't
You're
even
in
that.
Iowa.
It wasn't even that.
You got to get some ethanol corn. Did you go over there and try and put some corn on the cob up in that thing?
It wasn't even that. It was, I just forgot about it. I just was more focused on looking for the fuel for me for coffee, and I'm looking for a Starbucks. Hey, dummy, you're in Iowa. There are not Starbucks everywhere.
You might find a Tim Hortons or a Waka Waka.
There's no Wawa there. There's no Tim Hortons there.
Is it a Quick Check?
They got all the other kinds of versions of those things. Those things are like palaces out there.
So this,
I was looking for a Buc-ee's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't see one of those.
Cornfields.
You're right.
Cornfields for days.
But this is the thing.
For as far as the eye can see.
He's bougie as hell, man.
I'm not bougie.
He's looking for Starbucks. He's looking for Starbucks instead of any type of coffee where you can put some creamer in it and some damn sugar and get your ass back on the road and get what you got to get. No, I want a white chocolate mocha latte with a cake pop on the side and a cheese Danish heated up half cold and half hot.
And
what
it better
the
be
hell
shaken.
are you? Wow.
Bart and Carlin.
Who is this guy?
800-919-3776. The dumbest position you have ever put yourself in. I want to know. ESPN New York.
This baseball season, FanDuel is letting you choose your own reward for opening week. Betting customizations that transform how you experience the game. Make your choice, and the reward will be ready to use on your next MLB bet. FanDuel is the home of home runs, so if you want to throw a few bucks on Aaron Judge hitting a homer for a game you're watching, or maybe Juan Soto doing the same, you can do it on FanDuel. So, ready to play your game? Head to FanDuel.com/local to choose your reward for MLB's opening week. FanDuel, an official partner of the MLB. Make your choice, and the reward will be ready to use on your next MLB bet. FanDuel is the home of home runs. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions do apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
Good-looking day and a good-looking day to get some potholes patched. That's what the crews are doing up and down the Harlem River FDR Drive, north and southbound. Expect delays. We see they're currently working in the 120s going northbound side, and they're going to be up and down the drive all day long there, so plan on backups. Garden State Parkway, they're doing construction work northbound side, one lane out by the Cheesequake Rest area. On the island, it's construction work eastbound side, Southern State by Grand Avenue. And in the Bronx, on the southbound Bronx River Parkway at Allerton Avenue, it's at least right lane closed for repair. George Washington Bridge, no quit, still about 60 to 90 minutes for the upper level. Better at the lower Lincoln and Holland tunnels, still 30 to 45 minute delays. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios Home Internet for an incredible $20 a month guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay, mobile and home discount enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios-based monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
Cars for Kids, K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids, donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids, K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids, donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids, K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids, donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Time to bench those other job sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build your championship roster. What's the advantage? Well, with ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast. But you also get the MVP for your team. Plus, ZipRecruiter doesn't make candidates wait to take the shot. It passes the ball right to them. Building your team or scouting fresh talent? ZipRecruiter runs the full court with powerful technology that immediately gets your job in front of the right players. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have come to ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. And why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster, smarter, and more efficient from post to hire before the competition can even cross half court. It's a slam dunk with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube page, where you can go, you can leave your comments. I want to see some of these chiming in on just some of the dumbest situations that you have put yourself in by pure stupidity. 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. This from Arturo. I once put power steering fluid in the brake fluid reservoir. Yeah, let's just say that gummy was way too good. That's amazing. I drive my cars, I drive my cars to the ground, so I'm always mindful of when things are low or feel like they're running weird. Like, okay. Like, I know about the quarter tank rule. I get that.
No, ain't nobody going, come on. We've all went below the quarter tank.
I shut my brain off in that moment.
They didn't have a digital one?
No, like, I'm sure it did somewhere, but I couldn't find it when you're moving around the settings on the screen and all that. And
you didn't change the display to CarPlay?
No.
What were you listening to? What was the playlist?
We weren't even listening to anything. We were talking most of the way. You know. That's
why you bumping your gums. Said you supposed to be locked in. I
told you.
I need my driver locked in. I don't want to have no damn conversation, brother. Drive straight. I'm gonna be on my phone. I'm gonna close my eyes. You drive straight. You lock in. You get these miles down.
I told you. This was the problem. I'm a lot. 7 hours, 7.5 hours I'm looking at the start of that drive. See, to me, I did my job. I let you know. I understand. Not going to be offended. I am somebody who is clearly understanding of how 7.5 hours with me can be, because I'm already spending all that time with me. Like, it's like I told Ray Lucas one time and Eric LeGrand when Rutgers was losing 78-0 to Michigan about 6-7 years ago. And they weren't even running it up. They were running the ball. We just couldn't stop to save our lives. And I looked at the two of them, and they're just so, as you would imagine, like they're just bottomed out. And it was late third quarter. And I looked at Ray and I looked at Eric and I said, fellas, everybody else can turn it off. We can't. That's how I feel. And I got to spend that amount of time with me, I can't shut it off.
And I know what Ray said. Bull crap. I'm shut off.
No, Eric, Ray rallied for the fourth quarter.
But I say Eric tried to hang with you.
Listen, Eric will just start throwing out. So you watching any good shows lately? What are you watching? What are you watching? Ozark?
Yeah. This is what you get with me. You get the first 20 minutes while we're in the car driving, then it's either night time for me.
But you're talking about like when you have to when you take a driver somewhere, like I was your driver.
No. I'm saying we driving together. Like, brother, like, turn the music on. Like, turn it up.
One or two ways this was going to happen. Either Bart was passed out in the passenger seat, or he would have never let this happen.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. I always compare Bart to the guy that hammered in the passenger seat while I'm the designated driver, and Bart looks up and says, look, IHOP, let's get some pancakes, and grab the wheel.
No, we would have got some pancakes. Like, 7 hours, I got to break it down. All right, bro, after 4 hours, we're going to pull over. Let's go get 4 hours. See, but it's the thing. You have to do that.
We didn't even make it 4 hours until we ran out of gas.
How fast? That's what I'm saying. How fast did you run out of gas?
Like, I would say
when you picked up the car,
less than 300 miles in. Because the whole trip was a little shy of.
So 300 miles.
It was around 500 miles and change.
So you were past the halfway mark, but you decided to.
When we got the car, the tank was full.
Okay. So when you looked up and you passed, do you remember the last stop that you said, oh, we'll make it to the next one?
I remember looking up and saying, I remember saying, Courtney, there's a Starbucks here. I'm going to go there. And then I blew past that exit.
Yep.
And then I'm like, I'll look for the next one. There wasn't another one for a while.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Not even thinking about this. Thinking about the coffee.
I was absolutely thinking more about the coffee. No question. I will not deny that.
And you're driving and you're waiting to see one of those signs on one of the
service area here.
And you're waiting to see the Starbucks sign, but all you see is Roy Rogers.
If I saw Roy Rogers, we were pulling over.
Stop and have a 3-piece meal. Like,
Listen, I don't care what GLP one I've had. If Roy Rogers pops up.
Chicken grease all on the steering wheel. Just don't even matter. He get off, it look like somebody dump trash. He got to back all the chicken grease and chicken skin off.
The only one I know that still exists is it like a rest area between Delaware and New Jersey.
Yeah, it's one right there.
That's like the only one I know that's left though.
And
Otherwise, they've all gone out.
They got like a Nathan's.
Yes.
But the ones up here.
Roy and Nathan's combination. I get the Roy's burgers and the
cheese
Nathan's fries. Oh yeah.
Carlin's Corner, pop up.
There is? What town?
There is a Roy Rogers in Bricktown in New Jersey.
In Bricktown?
Yes.
That's not that far.
What the hell is Bricktown?
Brick Township.
Yeah, that's
the town is named Brick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the first one, right, when you like start to get on the highway. Once you pass like 141, it's like the first main one you see when you were driving like to Philly. It's like it's right at that Roy Rogers stop right there.
All right. I didn't know if there was still one there, but I think most of them have like gone away.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm a Roy Rogers hawk.
You're a veteran.
I don't care who's with me. If I saw double R burger possibilities, big fella's pulling over. You got to deal with the consequences. It's on.
Let's go to the calls. Let's hear some more. We
will hear
dumb chronicles.
I can't destroy the clock, but we have plenty of people chiming in here on the dumbest position they've ever put themselves in, and I want to hear about it. 800-919-3776. That's next. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Score up to a $50 bonus bet daily during March matchups with BetMGM's free-to-play fast break game. Log in to BetMGM, play as the point guard, and choose to pass or go for a dunk. If you score, you'll win either a $50 bonus bet or boost token. The ball is always in your court with BetMGM, where you can take advantage of special offers and earn rewards points on every bet. Make a fast break during March matchups by playing as the point guard for your daily shot at a $50 bonus bet or boost token. BetMGM.com is where you can find full prize details and terms. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply. All rewards expire in 24 hours.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
Smalls here. Did you know there are many ways to do your taxes with H&R Block? You can go to a local office and get expert help in person, or you can choose virtual tax prep and get expert help without leaving home. Or you can even do them yourself online with live human help standing by. Whatever you choose, you can file with confidence, having H&R Block's 70-plus years of tax expertise in your corner. Switch today and file your way at hrblock.com.
Bundling your home and auto with Progressive could help you save without sacrificing quality. It's the smart thing to do. And as a hockey fan, you always know the smart thing to do.
Shoot the puck!
And you let the players know it.
Shoot the puck!
All game.
Shoot it! Come on, shoot!
And sometimes even after.
Man, rough game, huh?
Yeah, they should have shot the puck.
So bundle your home and auto with Progressive. It's the smart thing to do. But you already knew that. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft. Presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive, and it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
All right, here they come. 800-919-3776 on the YouTube channel as well. Be there. Comment. We'll get them in. There's a lot of dumb stories from there, including a guy whose daughter never changed the oil, so he needed to replace the entire engine. She thought she should wait until the very end when the light came on. Like, the light comes on.
They tell you exactly how many miles do they suggest?
Like 10% left, 5% left.
Yes.
No, like she went all the way to the end.
She like instead
and the engine seized up.
Instead of saying 10%, they was like, "You tripping." That's what came.
You sure?
Yeah, you tripping.
All right, let's hit it. Rob in Staten Island is up first on ESPN New York. Rob, what's going on, dude? How are you?
What's going on, guys? All right, so first and foremost, if you're a Yankees fan and you're booing Aaron Judge, you're an idiot. I'm a diehard Mets fan, and I say that. If you're booing that man, especially during spring training, like, come on, dude, what are you doing? Doesn't make any sense. I'd kill to have Aaron Judge on my team. Secondly,
and it's not that he's completely immune to it. It's
no,
just that
he's a
in
Yankee.
in
None of them are.
Training, like, I almost feel like this is just a select few people who are being stupid, and somehow we have to react to it. And I get that.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. But running out of gas. I'll tell a story real quick. But when I was about 16, 17 years old, I didn't even have a license yet. I took my brother's car. He was asleep, and he probably wasn't going to be up till later in the day. I take my brother's car just across the neighborhood to go get myself a coffee and a bacon, egg, and cheese. I was still in driver's ed at this point. My brother was not a very responsible driver. I take the car. On my way back from getting myself my breakfast, the car starts clugging, and I'm like, oh, my God, is this thing running out of gas? Who pulls up on the left side of me as I'm making a right turn on red? My driving instructor. Doesn't notice me there. I put my arm over my face. I made the right turn, and I was going up a hill. And the second I was going up that hill, the car just died on me right in the middle of the street.
Oh.
Did you flag your instructor down? Help!
Hell no. I ran home. I was maybe like 4 or 5 blocks from my house. I ran home. I got a bike and a gas canister. I rode the bike across the neighborhood to where I just went to get the bacon, egg, and cheese. Across my whole neighborhood on a bike, so I ended up having to do this anyway.
Did your brother ever find out?
This is the kicker. So on my way back, I'm carrying this giant can of gas and trying to ride a bike. I fall over. The gas spills out. Dude, the worst.
You never get that off of you.
Some guy in a pickup truck pulls up next to me and he goes, "The Lord told me to pull over and help you out." He threw my bike in the back of his pickup, put the can of gas in the back of his pickup, drove me to the car. I get it home, right? I get back to the block. The spot was taken.
You lucky.
I had to knock on my neighbor's door and ask her to move the car.
You lucky he didn't throw a match on your ass.
Jesus works in mysterious ways.
How long did you smell like gas? He didn't ask you, like, did you burn the clothes? What did you do with the clothes?
That's absolutely.
You spill gas on you. That's on you.
You're never getting rid of it. You're
not
never
for a while.
getting rid of it.
You got to put some. You got to spray by a skunk.
Oh my
God! You got to
God.
put tomato juice, lemon, lime.
I worked in a gas station for a while, and they had like this special soap that was like a real.
Yeah, and it dries out your skin like crazy, I'm sure.
Yeah, and it had like a real grain to it. Like, it was like really like that.
Because it got to absorb. You're basically putting kitty litter on your hands.
Pretty much. And it took at least 10 minutes to get rid of that altogether, and that's just on your hands. It was a mess.
Because you know what he was doing? He not strong enough, so he probably had the can on a handlebar, like through the loop, and then it was so hard that it turned his wheel. You know what I'm saying? So he turned his wheel, and it made him fall off. He probably had like the little strawberries that you fall in your palm.
Yeah.
You get a little asphalt stuck in it. Got little rocks in it. All for a damn coffee. By the time he got home, the coffee was flat and cold.
Well, it's the same thing as me, coffee. Yeah. And it's amazing that I was not the one who had the bacon, egg, and cheese in the story. Mike in Jersey is next on ESPN New York. Mike, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are you, bud?
All right. So I'm going to start this story just by letting you know it starts in Atlantic City. Now, me and my friend, we used to be frequent flyers.
There.
No. So we were frequent flyers there, and we had a thing where when we went, we brought enough money that we were going to gamble, and then a little bit of money for gas just in case we need it on the way back. We were there for quite some time. It was nighttime. It was ready to go home. But before we went home, we had both lost our pants, and I said, "Yo, bro, give me a little bit of money."
Pants, I'm just correct.
No. Thank God, not literally the pants, but like put it this way: I was eating chips for the next week.
Yeah.
And I go to my friend. I'm like, "Yo, let me just borrow another $50. One more hand. I just want to try and make back a little bit." He goes, "No problem." Gives me the $50. Of course, I lose it. We get into the car, and we're both, like, so upset that we lost all our money. I'm like, "Yo, let's play rock, paper, scissors, shoot while we're driving. I got to win back the money I owe you." So we start playing, and I know the way home by heart. But because I was playing rock, paper, scissors, shoot, we go the wrong way on the parkway.
Oh.
Now, all of a sudden, a half an hour into the drive, I'm like, "Yeah, I don't see the exit. Where's the exit?" He goes, "Dude,
behind us.
We're going the wrong way." And I'm just like, "Okay, so we're running out of gas, bro. I need the gas money." He goes, "I lent it to you for the last hand of blackjack, bro."
Oh.
And so we're looking for a gas station. I'll never forget the name of this place. Have you ever heard of Hamilton, New Jersey?
Yes, I have.
So we end up in Hamilton, which is 2.5 hours away from our home.
Yep.
We find the last gas station. Now, we don't have cash. So my friend he goes, "I have my debit card. Let me go see what I could take out." He had $25 in his bank account. We filled it up with $20. That gas, I mean, when I tell you we just got home, I mean we just got home.
Wow.
And then the thing is, if you went the wrong way, then you were driving away from your house.
Yeah. So you have to double back. I have never done that where I just completely ended up going in another direction.
That can happen though, like because sometimes these weird roads.
Oh, absolutely.
Like they don't have that sign saying "Do not enter," and you don't know which way to go. It's just an on ramp. Like when you out, like I used to go to school like Carbondale, Illinois.
Yeah.
Like it's not a lot of signage. And we had this thing. We had this place called Anna Jonesbury.
Anna Jonesbury?
Yeah, and it stood for "Ain't No Allowed."
Oh boy!
And if you get caught there I remember I went back in to college, like when I was in the league, and I was trying to get I was going about to get my degree, and I at this point now I'm a professional. I got a Bank of America account. She was like, well, the closest Bank of America is like 30 miles away. So I got my Navigator that I bought when I was I'm in the league now. She's like, hey, just want to let you know, Bart, like when it get dark, start heading back. I say, what? I said,
oh boy,
what? Is that where we at? That's what this is? I say, I don't think I want to go to Bank of America then.
Wow. I'll pay the $3 fee.
At Anna Jonesbury.
Wow.
They have a sign out in the town before you enter, and that's what it says.
Ain't no blank allowed?
Yes. Anna Jonesbury, Illinois. In between Champaign, which is U of I, and Carbondale, Illinois.
Wow. Listen, there is a lot of...
This ain't even Mississippi. This is like Illinois.
You weren't far enough south yet, at least you didn't think.
I'm below St. Louis. St. Louis, Missouri is northwest.
Yeah, it's west of Lake Champlain.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Because Illinois drops all the way down. I'm 40 minutes from Paducah, Kentucky.
Oh, my God. Bart Carlin.
Just
ESPN
got
New
dark.
York. Wow.
This baseball season, FanDuel is letting you choose your own reward for opening week. Betting customizations that transform how you experience the game. Make your choice, and the reward will be ready to use on your next MLB bet. FanDuel is the home of home runs. Maybe you're confident about Aaron Judge's home run total. How many bases will Juan Soto steal? Will the Mets or the Yankees get out to a fast start? So, ready to play your game? Head to FanDuel.com/local to choose your reward for MLB's opening week. Betting customizations that transform how you experience the game. Make your choice, and the reward will be ready to use on your next MLB bet. FanDuel, an official partner of MLB. 21 plus and physically present in New York, opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Help with a gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Time to bench those other job sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build your championship roster. What's the advantage? Well, with ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast. But you also get the MVP for your team. Plus, ZipRecruiter doesn't make candidates wait to take the shot. It passes the ball right to them. Building your team or scouting fresh talent? ZipRecruiter runs the full court with powerful technology that immediately gets your job in front of the right players. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have come to ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. And why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster, smarter, and more efficient from post to hire before the competition can even cross half court. It's a slam dunk with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Tricon Construction is expanding across New Jersey, taking on larger, more complex commercial projects and delivering at a big league level. If you're a developer who values precision, accountability, and execution, you need a construction partner who understands what's at stake, timelines, capital, reputation. That's Tricon. They're building the right way with experienced leadership, disciplined project management, and a team that shows up ready. Serious projects, serious results. Visit TriconBuilds.com, TriconBuilds.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. What the hell? Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
I got a couple of more to get to on the dumb driving moments, and then we'll get into the mock draft situation that just came out today with Field Yates. We will get into Josh Hart and his comments at 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. By Black Metronome, Bart was in one of them sundown towns, as you put it.
Yeah. No, it's cool, but you expect if you're above the Mason-Dixon line, you ain't in no sundown town. Illinois is a northern state, but people don't realize how south it goes.
Well, but
gets real skinny.
You get into the middle of nowhere in some places, and you don't always know what you're doing.
Yeah, but you're like, I'm in the Midwest. It's not like I'm in Kansas City, Nebraska. Chicago is 5 hours north.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Not even 5.
Right, Chicago.
Yeah. I understand, but
I'm like, who knew I was going to school in Mississippi?
Listen, man, my car broke down once out in western New Jersey when I was going to college.
Yeah.
And guy pulls up the tow truck, said, "How much is this going to cost?" And he looks at me and he goes, "How much you got?" Here's Jamie in Albany next on ESPN New York. Jamie, what's going on?
Yo, what's happening, Carlin? Bart, my man. I was calling in for the dumbest situation I ever got myself into.
Yeah.
And I was DJing a wedding, and it was an outdoor wedding at this kid's parents' house. Everybody's, all dressed up and everything. So after I get done DJing, I load up my car. I go to turn my car, and I wound up backing up over a tree stump and getting my car stuck. Getting my car stuck on the tree stump.
Did you have a jack?
My car's like, no, I didn't have anything. I had a bunch of guys in tuxedos trying to lift the back of the car to push me forward.
Oh, my God.
Just scraping punching a hole in the gas tank.
Oh.
Yeah, I could have. Yeah, I had to call AAA and them come out. And the whole family is still at the house because it's their house. It's not like after a regular wedding reception, everybody just bounces. So everybody's just standing there looking like, oh, look at this dummy.
Oh, my God. That's rough. That is brutal.
Did they send you an invoice for messing up their lawn?
No, thankfully. Have a good day, boys.
You too. I mean, backing up onto a stump and getting the car stuck. Like, I had that thing where I was trying to drive over the median in some snow earlier this year, and I got stuck a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure I remember that.
Had to rock back and forth a little bit. I think here's what we're learning here. I am not the brightest bulb in a tree. That seems to be very clear.
When Maggie gets here, we can talk about how you was driving through Minnesota like Dale Earnhardt.
Sam in San Antonio is next on ESPN New York. Sam, what's going on?
Good morning, gentlemen. Do you guys hear me? How are you doing?
Yeah, we do. What do you got?
All right. So I got, I think, the best one. So this includes my brother and I. So this is maybe about 15 years ago. My brother needed to get a car. So we went to one of those auctions outside of Philly. So at the time, my brother had this crazy passion for Cadillacs. So this is around maybe 2007, 2008. So he ends up buying a 1994 Cadillac STS with like 150,000 miles on it. The entire time I'm telling him, don't buy it. Don't buy it. This thing is not going to last. Get that Honda Accord over there. He, of course, ignores me, buys a Cadillac. We get maybe about a mile outside of the auction. The thing just starts smoking and breaks down on us. So now we're in the outskirts of Philly. So it was overheating. We kept putting water in it, so then it died again somehow. in Philly, in North Philly, which is not the greatest area in the world. Now, my brother's one of those dudes. He's crazy. He would fight for anyone, for anything, down to whatever it means. He goes, yo, dude, we're going to die. So I used to live in Philly, so we end up getting surrounded by a decent amount of dudes. I end up knowing one of them gets us out of being murdered right there. So we're trying to fill it with water.
That sounds like training day. Did you happen to save the right person earlier in the day?
We do our own work around here, Lonzo.
So this reminds us of Judgment Night, if you ever seen that movie with Dennis Leary. So we're at the gas station, and we're pouring water in it, and me at that point, I somehow end up accidentally throwing the cap away in the dumpster, and now we have no cap to put back on the engine. So I'm in the dumpster trying to find this thing. You can't find it. We shove a bunch of like T-shirts and towels into where you put the cap, where you put the in the engine.
Just soaking up
Meanwhile,
everything.
both of us are trying. We're in the dumpster in North Philly where there's a bunch of syringes and stuff, just escape death from those guys that surrounded us.
They're like,
we finally get it started, and now we are on the Jersey Turnpike. Now, that day, it was really foggy. It dies again on us on the side of the turnpike. Trucks are going by us, barely missing us. So long story short, we just stash it in that service area on exit 8A or whatever. Now, this is around 2007. This is before smartphones. We only had the flip phones, so we couldn't even like search for anyone to come get us.
Couldn't even send a text message. It would take you 25 minutes to type out.
And our batteries died. So at the service area, somehow we get a little bit of a charge. We call his wife. She comes, picks us up. Now, the best part of the story was about maybe 2-3 days later, and this is in Jersey City, that same Honda Accord that I told my brother to buy, it's literally the same one because I remember it had a couple of scratches. We end up seeing it on the street. Somebody else bought it.
Wow.
And the Cadillac that he bought for $2,000 was sitting on the side of the service area.
Wow. Still spending all that money, though. And
He lucky that the cats in Philly was like, you in the dumpster. Might as well stay in there. We're about to make a deposit.
You got out alive. That's all I would say. And there wasn't a situation where you felt like we've all been in I wouldn't say I've ever been in that kind of situation before. But there have been times where you certainly don't feel the safest. But I for him, man, I don't know. That sounds like that scene in Training Day.
Yeah.
Where where Ethan Hawke accidentally
That girl was getting raped at MacArthur Park. This is not rated I. She's a civilian. But she's my cousin. This ain't right, Holmes. Let me look. Grab his wallet. No, it was this guy, and it was this white boy, and it was like, I thought these crackheads, they were like going to rape me or something, but he came and he kicked their asses. This cup, what did he look like? Young, up in his 20s, white boy. This wasn't personal, you know?
Bart,
that
instead
Alonzo,
of like audio
you come
books,
here blending it all
you
in
should
your
just
head.
recite movies.
Bart should do the audio for movies for people who just want to listen to a movie on the road.
Yeah. It's like, we straight, man. You bleeding all over my floor, man.
Yeah, but he'd be so good
thanks
about
for
it.
having my voice, Holmes.
People would run out of gas. They forget to check their gas gauge. Damien in Brooklyn. What's going on, D? How are you, bud? Damien.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
All right. I just want to give a shout out to Bart, long-time listener. Much love to Bart. You the truth, brother.
Appreciate it, baby. Damian, what you got for us?
Yes, sir.
What you got for us?
That's it.
Oh, that was it?
Just wanted to show you the love.
Man, that's what I'm talking about, man. Show brothers some love, man.
Getting emotional.
You know what I'm saying? I do this for the peoples, man. That's my quarterback.
You do this for the people, please.
That's my quarterback.
800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. So I wanted to get to this comment today that was made by Josh Hart, and it's in relation to what's going on with the criticism of Mikal Bridges. Here is a quote that he gave to Stephen Bondi of The Post about what's going on with Mikal Bridges and why he is catching all this heat. Quote, he's been doing what's been asked of him, and I've said it before, when you're a guy who, for a year and a half with the Nets, when you're the number one guy and he's getting those plays called for him, last year he didn't have many plays called for him. This year he probably has even less called for him. So obviously there's a mental hurdle he needs to get through, and that's something where some of us can help him. I think he gets some of that unfair flack just because he's doing what is asked of him. And if we were to sit there and say, go shoot 15 shots a game, he would be efficient and he could do it. But that's not what's been asked of him. I can't for a moment sit there and think that we have been unfair to Mikal Bridges. I look at what Bridges was prior to getting to the Nets, and that's what I'm basing this on. I believe that when the Knicks were making this trade, and I won't sit here and pretend that I wasn't for it. I absolutely was. But when they were making this trade, I thought they were getting Mikal Bridges from Phoenix. And they weren't getting that guy because it appears to me that that guy is gone as a two-way player. I know he's doing what's being asked of him, but Bart, I think even defensively he's got to be better.
But the thing is, what are we really asking for him, and how well is he performing what's being asked of him? Because what tells me that he's not doing what's being asked of him is that he's not finishing games. So that means that the coach is clearly, like you talking about it's unfair for us, then why the hell the coach ain't got him out there if he's doing what's asked of him? Clearly more is being asked of him, or his ass would be sitting down and Jordan Clarkson would be finishing out games. So don't tell me to believe my lying eyes, Josh Hart. All I'm doing is looking at a guy that you gave up 5 picks for, a guy that you just paid, ain't finishing games. And I guarantee you don't pay a player that much money and give up that much draft equity if you expect the player to be sitting on the bench and not finishing games and helping you win and close out games and when it's winning time. So miss me with that, Josh Hart.
Listen, I get Josh Hart standing up for his guy. And, of course, they're Villanova guys, too. That's all fine. But you're supposed to support your teammates, but we also understand what we're looking at. And what we have seen with Mikal Bridges over the last couple of years with the Knicks is not what we thought we were getting. I don't think by any stretch of the imagination did you think this was the player you were getting when you gave up 5 first-round picks, which to me even makes it all the more damning that they handed him the money in the offseason. And it's shy of the max, I get it, but it's still a pretty good number that's going to inhibit you in the future. And I don't understand why that was necessary. You see in the NFL, Bart, and you see it even less in the NBA. What do we always say about guys like Howie Roseman as GMs? They might make a big mistake.
But they don't double down on it.
And they move on from it quick when they realize they have made that mistake. Now, we would have destroyed Leon Rose if he moved on quickly from Mikal Bridges, let's say after 1 year, or didn't give him the contract extension and let him play out this year. I don't think we would have been on him for not giving the contract extension after last year. But after that ended, after 2 years, you'd sit there and you'd say, God, that was a brutal trade, and he'd be getting hammered for it. But now I'd hammer him even more for giving him the money, for doubling down on it, for making it all the more worse by doing that. Bridges helped them win playoff games last year. I will not deny that in some instances. But overall, this has been nowhere near the player that we thought we were getting. And just because he's the 4th option, I'm supposed to believe that's the reason why?
Well, if he's the 4th option and Josh Hart's the 5th option, we don't have no problems with Josh Hart.
But Josh Hart, I guess.
No. What I'm saying is we don't have no problems with him because he's doing what he's supposed to do, what we asked him to do. You can't tell me that Bridges, the reason we have a problem with Bridges is because he's not doing what's been asked of him, and the proof of that is the fact that he's not finishing games. So miss me with that, right? We only have problems because we're looking at what we're seeing around. We're seeing that he's not playing well. We're seeing that he's not the defensive stopper that we thought we were paying for. And, if your offense isn't banging, then your defense got to be banging. And neither one is happening. So much so that we say, you know what? We'd rather go with Shamet to close the game. We'd rather go with Jordan Clarkson to close out a game because we have more belief in him than that. So, Josh, you can't ask us to be stupid. You got to understand this is New York. It's New York. You have a more educated fan. You have a fan that's more in tune to the game and the do's and don'ts. And especially if Josh Hart, if Bridges is the reason why Tibbs is no longer here.
Absolutely.
So, bro, you got the coach fired, and now you're not carrying your end. When you get your coach fired, like Lamar Jackson, like some of these stars that we've seen that say, hey, we don't want to play like Kyrie and Kevin Durant, bro, the next year, you better do your thing.
That's why I don't necessarily believe that, and Dan and I talked a little bit about this yesterday. After this year, that if it all doesn't work, that it's going to be Brown the first guy out the door. I don't think that's the case. I think they might look player-wise instead.
The thing is, if this goes bad and they lose early, if that happens, even if that happens, if they
define early, if they lose before the conference finals?
If they lose in the second round.
Yeah.
If they lose in the second round, everybody's going to look to, let's go get Giannis. Because the Celtics are only going to get better. Depending on how the Pistons season ends, and if it ends bad, they're going to get better because they can sign whoever they want. They can make a trade for whoever they want. They got young assets. They got plenty of money. The Knicks don't have money, right? And they don't have young players that's tradable. So then you look at that. I don't know if people have been paying attention to what the hell the Hawks have won 12 games in a row.
Yeah.
Right? The Hawks have won 12 games.
I'm still not that worried about the Hawks, but I get it.
But they could get better.
Yeah.
And they're going to be dangerous with the trades that they made. And I told you guys about Charlotte. You weren't here. I don't know if you were here when I was telling everybody, like, the Knicks better watch out for Charlotte.
I do not. If we had a little bit had this discussion yesterday. Part of why I don't think it matters if the Knicks are the 2 or the 3 is, I got to be honest, I don't want to see Charlotte in that 7 spot, playing them in the first round. And I'm not saying the Knicks will lose, but they're going to have their hands full.
That's the wrong team. That's the Pistons of last year. This is a team that's young, athletic. They have stars. They got a great
shooter.
They had a great 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Probably rookie of the year because Cooper Kupp, not Cooper Kupp. What's his name? Yeah, Cooper Flagg.
Cooper Flagg, yeah.
Cooper Flagg has been injured. So what's his name?
Kneppel. Con Kneppel.
Kneppel has been doing. He broke the record for 3-pointers. You got Miller. You got Lonzo shooting one-legged threes, and when all of those guys are healthy together, there's something like 20-1.
I would rather play the Hawks.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, as a 3-6 situation.
Watch out. The Pistons don't want to see them because they see themselves. Bridges is a goon from Detroit, actually from Flint. They got toughness and athleticism. They can get up and go.
How about Derek in Hillside up on ESPN New York? Derek, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Glad to have you guys back. Carlin, I'm kind of upset that you didn't get to enjoy your vacation, your weekend, but glad to have you back, bro.
No, I appreciate it. But listen, I was off at home last week, and I did a lot of napping. That I'll tell you.
Hey, that's never bad, man. Catching up on sleep ain't never bad, man.
No.
But man, Bart, you are 100% right. I had called in last week getting on Mikal Bridges, so I'm not hearing what Josh Hart talking about, bro. Like, you can't have it both ways. And at the end of the day, we can't have Mikal Bridges out there shooting 17, 15 shots a game if he's bricking all of them. So you trying to say that if he shoots 17, 18 a game, the Knicks, he'll be a better player, but at the same time, he can't even fulfill the role that y'all asking him to do.
And
like you just said.
Do you want Bridges shooting 16, 17 shots a game? And I don't think he's advocating for it, but he might do it, and he might do it efficiently, but I don't think the Knicks are a better team if you're doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, too, that you're not a better team. When he gets to, in his spots in that corner 3 area, or he's coming around that floppy, coming like foul line extended, and he's hitting those type shots, that's cool. But to actually have him going one-on-one is not, in the terms of what the Knicks really want to do.
No.
So, and definitely, you've been saying that for the longest, Carlin. He's not even playing the defense that you're accustomed to him playing.
That's my problem.
So bro, you got to get back to that. You got to get back to your foundation of what made you a great player to begin with.
It's not that he's –
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Derek. It's not that he's bad defensively. It's that he's not what I was promised or not what we had seen in the past. And that's what's disappointing about it. That's where I have to start to get back some of what I thought I was getting. Defensively, that's what interested me the most when he's coming over from Phoenix. I know he's capable of scoring if they need him to score, but I need him to be able to defend at a really high level. And I feel like the last 2 years, he has not been a great defensive player. I feel like he's been decent and okay.
Yeah, and you didn't pay for that.
What do you got, Boombaka?
He did win you 2 important playoff games against Boston last season.
He won it?
Yes, in those closing moments, he came up with the big defensive play, and that's exactly what you made the trade for. And I think that's actually why he got the contract extension he did make those big plays.
Would you argue that he's played well defensively this year?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Listen, I won't deny that. That was certainly part of it. When you look back, why do you think the Knicks ultimately won that series?
Defensively. And Jalen Brunson.
But do you think they played elite defense on the perimeter, or do you think that the Celtics rather, just didn't shoot it great at times?
It's a combination of both, you know?
Yeah,
and part of that is the defense leading to Boston's poor shooting performance.
I think it's a little more that Boston really did not shoot anywhere near as well as they usually would on open shots that they were missing from 3. And that's their whole game, right? With Missoula is we're going to take as many threes as we can in opportunities and count on knocking them down. And there were times last year where they didn't knock it down.
Live and die by the 3.
Yeah, that's true. But they're going to get their revenge this year. They're out for revenge. Pistons out for revenge. So the Knicks are a marked team.
We have not talked about the Cunningham injury. I did hear you when it happened.
Yep.
And I'll say this. You were in a little denial about the situation.
Rest easy. Don't worry. We got this. Just ask Luka what happens when you got to go to the Little Caesar State.
What is your expectation here for when he's back?
2 weeks. I figure 14 days. And depending on if they keep winning, they'll hold him more and more. I don't think the Pistons are concerned with winning the East and having the best record. Even though that may happen, I don't think that's the biggest thing to them because they feel like with the confidence that they have and how deep they go, this is actually a good thing for them, for other guys to kind of get in a groove and feel good for themselves. And then when he comes back, he'll be like Tatum coming back. They'll fit right in, but guys that have more confidence in taking big shots because they've had to. You look at the other day, isolation, somebody has to step up. The team stepped up.
David, Elizabeth, been patient. What's up, Dave? What's going on?
What up, fellas? What up? Hey, Bart, you had me screaming earlier, man, with that we do our own work.
Putting our own work around here, homie.
Yeah, real quick, I know, not for nothing, like as a driver, always driving around, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a Jersey thing or it's a culture thing. We got a pocket full of money. My tank on E. I'm riding around. I don't know why. We just all do it. I don't know. It's not good. But, Chef, I'm glad you got saved. All right. On the Jets standpoint,
I got saved like I was out in the middle of the ocean.
Dave, you want to know why he do it? Because he ain't got soft and lazy for living in Jersey because he don't want to get out in the cold and the wind to pump his own damn gas.
Uh-huh. I go state to state sometimes, CT, NY, Maryland. So I pump my own gas every now and then. So I know what it's like.
When I get my chance, I pump my own gas. All right, let's not get nuts
bougie
here.
ass looking for somebody to pump his gas without giving him a tip, and he want to go get Starbucks. Drink your ass.
You better have full service.
Drink your ass some Dunkin' with no sugar.
All of a sudden, it became Chernoff there for a moment. Go ahead.
Chef was like, they better give a complimentary beef jerky after I pay for this gas. Yes, sir. Yeah, on the Jets standpoint, yesterday they had some good workouts. I heard Muji really was impressed with Carson Beck.
Oh, boy.
I know that they're going to draft a project. I just hope they do it at the right time and they just don't reach. Like we've been saying, Bart, that they get drunk off these workouts. I don't know what they see, but they get excited and they be reaching after that. I just hope we don't do that, and I hope that they make the right choices. I've seen some linemen that they might want to replace AVT with. I'm seeing some good things. I just hope these good things come to fruition, gentlemen. We'll do it again tomorrow.
Here's the thing. The Carson Beck, if you want to say you're going to fall in love with him, okay, it better not be before the 4th round. I do not want to see Carson Beck picked by the Jets in the first 3 rounds.
Man, that got who's that dude they got in the second round that sucked?
Hackenberg, yeah.
Yeah, that had Hackenberg written all over.
I would not touch Carson Beck with a 10-foot pole myself if I were the Jets.
I mean, damn, they might as well just sign Joe Flacco. They damn near the same age.
Who made more money last year? I'm not sure.
Oh,
I think it was Beck.
Hey, damn straight.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app, and more importantly, on the ESPN New York YouTube page as well, where you can go and you can check in with your comments. There was plenty of controversy from over the weekend, including that entire flag football disaster, which we will get to. And we will also get to a member of the Mets who will be starting in the outfield that just found out he made the team. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-30 2.5S preferred all-wheel drive for just $219 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN TM108368. MSRP $31,435. Zero security deposit. Ends 3/31/26.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
Discover where your future can take you at SUNY Canton Spring Open House on Saturday, April 25th. Explore exciting new programs like data science and analytics and cybersecurity, designed to prepare you for today's most in-demand careers. Tour campus, meet faculty, connect with current students, and sit down with financial aid representatives. Plus, attendees can enter for a chance to win a scholarship. For registration details and information about courtesy bus trips from New York, email admissions@canton.edu. SUNY Canton, your future starts here.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
Calling all Paw Patrol pups. Join Optimum and Nickelodeon on March 28th from noon to 3 p.m. at the Co-op City Dreiser Community Center to meet Chase and Marshall and enjoy activities, giveaways, and more.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Adam Schefter here. It's tournament time, when only the most talented teams survive in advance. And whether you're cutting down the nets or cutting through resumes, one thing's clear. The best teams are built with the best people. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. Their smart matching technology finds qualified candidates fast. You can add screening questions to get the right applicants and even filter to see who's recently active. Score the best for your team with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
For a Yankees fan now, when they think about Aaron Judge in big moments, they think about him dropping that pop fly, right? They're not leaning on that he had 500 last year in the postseason because they didn't win. He is the one whose legacy is directly tied to this Yankees team finally winning a World Series. He has to win one as far as Yankees fans are concerned, or he'll never get the kind of adoration and respect that he deserves for what he's been able to do.
DiPietro and Rothenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Maggie's here. She's going to be in a few minutes. I'm looking forward to this. She brought a Joe's Pizza with her from when she hated it on the air that time.
You talking about HR was trying to survive that one, bro.
No,
Turtle came in.
Don't die. Are you going to be sick?
Stay up, Kane. Stay up, Kane. Don't die. Don't die on me, Kane.
Let's get to it. Audio files. Bart and Carlin, let's go.
The audio file.
Let's have it, Tom Bauer. You're leading the way.
Oh, let's do it indeed, boys. So there's been a lot of talk about who the best quarterback in the draft could be, and we think it's pretty obvious. It's Fernando Mendoza. Obviously, he's going number 1 overall to the Raiders. There's no question about that. However, one of our ESPN pundits, Dan Orlovsky, former quarterback himself, he has another opinion.
I think Ty Simpson is QB1. I think Ty Simpson is the best quarterback in this class. I think when you look at the body of work and what was asked of these two quarterbacks, you have to start with the question, who needed to do more to carry their football team to play well? Ty Simpson, and it's not close between those two quarterbacks. Who took more games over throughout the course of the season? Ty Simpson. It's not even close. And if we're asking, okay, we're trying to see what you are as a player in college and what you're going to be asked to do in the NFL and what translates, I start with, what do you do in moments of panic with the football? Because that's really what separates good to great. I would tell you that Ty Simpson is more consistent in that regard. There's not a ton of moments of panic out of Fernando Mendoza, and then there's moments when he immediately drops his eyes and becomes a runner. Ty Simpson more consistent in that. And then I think throwing on the move, they're both relatively equal. So when it comes to moments of panic and big throws, real NFL throws, I think it's clearly Ty Simpson. I would much rather have Ty, and I like Fernando Mendoza. This is not to slight Mendoza. Yeah. I would rather have Ty Simpson at the 15 to 20 range than Fernando Mendoza at 1.
Here's the thing. I have some questions about this. Now, we'll talk to Phil Simms tomorrow. Phil has been very high on Ty Simpson. Bart, as I'm diving in deeper to the draft prep, the thing that Simpson it stands out is I have two questions. Granted, it's Alabama, and I understand that. Why did it take so long? If you're going to be a high-level quarterback, why did it take so long for you to be a starter? I mean, 3 years before he was a starter. He was a starter in his 4th season. And then secondly, Ty Simpson's already 23 years old. That's not somebody, when you've only made whatever it is, something like 14 or 15 starts in your career, usually those guys are 20 and 21. Like Anthony Richardson was 20.
Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson.
Exactly.
Mark Sanchez.
You're not 23.
This dude was held back in third grade and reclassed. Like, it's hard to project, can he get better? Is he not already at his ceiling? And how long are you going to have him in his prime? Now, it doesn't matter because the quarterback, you should be able to get 10 to 12 years out of it regardless because of the position. But, automatically just saying, oh, well, it was the offensive line, this was bad. Because the reality is, if somebody's picking him early in the draft, he's going to a team like that. That's going to reflect what he looked like at Alabama. They say, well, they couldn't protect him. They had to do this. Well, if you get picked anywhere like in the first 15, 20 picks, you know what I'm saying, that's the type of team you're going to end up on. Like if you're in the top 15, now maybe, he does become a star. But you can't take that risk, I think, in the top 10, top 15.
I don't know how you could. And I feel like we're going to get more and more heat about this as we get closer here.
It happens every year.
Next month.
Oh, this is a bad draft for quarterbacks. And somebody falls in love and say, oh, well, actually, I looked at this guy. They're going to look at the guy from Arkansas. Oh, Green, look at him, man. I don't know. Maybe he was just in a bad place. Wrong place, wrong time. Look at the intangible. And listen, every once in a while we get a Russell Wilson. Every once in a while we get a Brock Purdy. But, man, it's been a lot of Jake Lockers and a lot of Ponders. Been a lot of Mitchell Trubisky's in between that. And you have to ask yourself, if you're a team and you're an organization, can you afford that?
I don't know how you could. Next.
Speaking of stars in the making, there are some moves on the Mets and the Yankees that fans should be excited or maybe question the team over. We'll start with the good news. Carson Benge, one of the Mets' top prospects, he has made the team for opening day. Here's his reaction.
Joy over everything, I would say. Knowing that I worked hard for it, countless hours I spent, and all my family members and friends that have sacrificed some time for me, and knowing that it's all going to come true. My dream since I was little is pretty cool.
So good things for the Mets. Now there's the other side of town, the Yankees. Jason Dominguez, he has been sent down to the minor leagues to work on some things before possibly getting back onto the MLB roster to start the year. Michael Kay spoke about that yesterday.
Jason Dominguez has been sent down to AAA. Jason Dominguez, to his credit, had a terrific spring training. Did everything that you could want him to do. Terrific. But once the Yankees offered the qualifying offer to Trent Grisham and then signed Bellinger, that was it. Dominguez's fate was sealed. He was going to go down the minor leagues because the only way you're going to give Grisham or Bellinger a day off would be against a lefty. And one of the things that Dominguez has not yet mastered is hitting right-handed, although he's a natural right-handed hitter. So there was no way he was sticking, and he's not a good defender, which he showed in their last game at Steinbrenner Field yesterday. A long fly ball to left center field up the bat of Bryce Harper, and he just misplayed it. He's not a good defender yet.
Here's the thing. Not a good defender yet? How long have we been doing this?
Yeah.
How long have we been doing this? Like, Dominguez is just, I give him credit for the spring. That's great. He's been nowhere near what we expected him to be, okay?
Thought he was supposed to be the Martian.
The Martian. Dude has been getting blown up by the Yankees.
Is he Mork Mindy?
For years and years.
Is he Mork Mindy? I know.
All I know is he has been nowhere near what they expected him to be, and that's a disappointment. This is supposed to be a star player, and they didn't want to trade him for anything back in the day.
Like I said, that's what the Yankees do. They fluff up their prospects like they're the greatest things since sliced bread and don't give them up in picks. Then end up usually burning out. You can go back to Gleyber Torres. You can go back to Andujar. You can go back to Clint Frazier. Like, at some point, who's assessing how good these guys are? They do a great job in marketing these guys and fluffing them up in their resumes. But, man, sometimes you got to cash in some of these players, man, because they never turn out to be, outside of the Judge, they never turn out to be who they say they are. Where's the Kraken at? Cracking a beer somewhere in Puerto Rico. That's where his ass at.
Cracking a beer. That's solid. Cracking a beer.
Sounds like a John Daly type of thing.
Well, I'm here most of the week. So, yeah, I'll keep them coming.
Most of the week?
Yeah. Depends on what you call. I'm here 60% of this week.
Next.
As long as you're giving us your 100% during your 60%, Bart. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right, Bart, this last one is for you because your boy, Cade Cunningham, he's not going to be the MVP anymore because of NBA restrictions. Would you feel okay if, say, a 7'4" center from the San Antonio Spurs won the MVP?
No.
No. Well, that's sad that you said that. Victor, here's his case.
My first one would be that defense is 50% of the game and that it is undervalued so far in the MVP race because I believe I'm the most impactful player defensively in the league. Second argument would be that we almost swept OKC in the season and we dominated them 3 times with their real team and 4 times with more rotation players. And my third argument would be that offense impact is not just points.
You know what? Yeah, I don't need you to argue your case. Let's just let your numbers do it because you didn't argue it particularly well there.
Yeah, because if that's the case, Jalen Brunson, come on down because y'all kicked the Spurs' ass. So let's go ahead.
Well, if he's going to start with defense, we're not going to start with Jalen Brunson.
No, we're gonna start with dominating the opponent, right?
Yeah. No, listen, I don't think that's the case to be made. If you want to make a case for Wembanyama, I can completely understand it. I also think that there has not been nearly as much of a case that has been made for Jaylen Brown. And Bart, when you consider where they are, everything that they did in the offseason in terms of the trades, and they didn't have Tatum the majority of the year, just to be in this position with what Jaylen Brown's done, I mean, again, I'm a purist when it comes to MVP. And when I hear most valuable player, I think about most valuable to his team's success.
Yep.
I don't know how you could say somebody this year has been more valuable to their team's success, unexpected as it is, than Jaylen Brown.
Somebody's had him in the top 10 discussion since day one.
You have.
Oh, okay.
You've been on that.
And, people thought I was crazy and all this stuff. He's a former finals MVP. And we got the full Jaylen Brown experience. You talk about two-way player. Who's a better two-way player than him? He's a better scorer than Wemby, and he's just as equally as good. Maybe not in blocks, but locking down another team's great player. He's right there with the best of them. You can go with Ant-Man too, but Ant-Man hasn't had the impact on his team. When you talk about a team that we thought was rebuilding and was going to have a Pacers-like team, I can go with Jaylen Brown. Outside of if Cade's not going to get it. And why you just going to put that out there? Cade can still make 65. You don't know if he's going to come back or not. Did they say he's shut down to the playoffs?
All right, calm down.
As of right now, according to DraftKings Sportsbook, SGA is minus 1,000.
Yeah, no, we know who's winning. I just like bringing up other guys who should.
He don't deserve. SGA don't deserve back to back.
Luka has the second best odds.
I'm saying
at 10-1.
But I'm saying he hasn't been back to back. And if Luka get it, it's going to be because it's the Lifetime Achievement Award because he's been on the cusp for the last couple of years.
You got to admit that would annoy the hell out of LeBron.
Oh yeah, LeBron.
It'd be worth it from that standpoint.
LeBron going back to Cleveland, man.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Maggie Gray, our old partner, is going to be joining us shortly.
I'm choking up looking at the Joe's Pizza.
She brought an entire Joe's Pizza in the time that she tried to eat it on the air. We'll see if she'll do that today in an hour.
I'll eat half.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
Listen, I know the mentality. You try to play through pain and walk it off. Push through one more day. But when it comes to neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, that's a losing game. That's when you call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he focuses on non-surgical solutions that get real results. No cuts, no downtime, no dependence on pain meds. He builds you a custom game plan for you so that you can move better, feel better, and live pain-free. Same day or next day appointments are available. Visit SandwellPain.com. Stop managing pain. Start beating it.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
If you manage an active facility, you don't have time for disruption. Tricon Construction specializes in working inside healthcare, commercial, and industrial buildings without shutting operations down. That means tight planning, clear communication, safe, disciplined execution, because when patients are inside, when tenants are working, when production can't stop, there's no margin for mistakes. When it has to be handled professionally and handled right, Tricon is the only choice. Visit TriconBuilds.com, TriconBuilds.com.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Start spreading the news. New York Yankees baseball is back in the Bronx. Come out to Yankee Stadium on Saturday, April 4th for a Yankee Stadium promotional giveaway tradition. Calendar night. The first 40,000 in attendance will receive a New York Yankees calendar courtesy of MasterCard. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, it's Yankees calendar night on Saturday, April 4th against the Miami Marlins. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering 25% off windows and doors or 0% APR for 72 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends March 31st, 2026.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 3 o'clock, Yankees facing the Cubs this afternoon. 7 o'clock, Islanders take on the Blackhawks. 7:30, Rangers hosting the Knicks hosting the Pelicans. Coverage begins 880 ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app starting at 7, and at 8, the Devils on the road facing the Stars in Dallas. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Maggie Gray is going to be with us in studio for the last hour of the show as we visit with an old friend. We're looking forward to that. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York. Gilberto is in the truck Up next on ESPN New York, Gilberto, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Big C? Welcome back, man.
Thanks, brother.
A little under the weather. I'm surprised at that because you built like a submarine, man.
No, I was fine. I wasn't sick or nothing. I wasn't sick or anything.
I thought you were going to say a Teletubby. No, he deserves he deserves his time
off.
off.
Man. Homeboy's looking really good.
I know.
Okay, on the camera, especially when he started wearing black, man. He looking like that, that don't mess with me character. You know what I'm saying?
I should have started wearing black when I was two.
Question.
He like DJ Khaled, man. He can see his clavicle now.
That's cool. And I'm glad he's doing a lot more progress is coming, man.
Go ahead, Gilberto. Appreciate that.
Yo, let me ask you something, Bart. Where did Detroit get DJ from? The G League? How does a guy hit 30-plus points on Reeves
Career
and
high.
Luka defending him? Like, really, man?
Well,
and how is it that you shut LeBron out for a whole half and he doesn't touch the ball or nothing gets called for him and you end up losing by 3?
It's because it's Luka's team. Like, Luka's been on a heater, too. And you talk about
what did he have,
Jenkins.
63 the other night?
Jenkins been doing his thing, man.
But see, Carlin, I understand you want to make it the Lakers Lucas team. All good with that. We all know that. But you don't shut out a great player like LeBron and then lose by 3, brother. You know what I'm saying? One last question I wanted to ask both of you. What do you think about this take with Dan Orlovsky talking about the kid? Ty is really the number 1 draft pick. Let me know what you think. Thank you.
He's been on that for a while now, even before the season stopped. I mean, Phil Simms likes him too, but I'm just trying to figure out, do you like him enough to risk your coaching career on? And a 24-year-old guy, and you think, oh, he's going to be 24 years old, he's going to have mad experience, he's going to be mature. Maybe he is mature, but he doesn't have the experience, so it doesn't match up. His age and his experience doesn't match up.
That's what's bizarre to me. So I looked to be sure. He is 23 now, turns 24 in December. But remember, this is a guy that is a 1-year starter.
Right. So he's just been a backup. Now, I understand Joe Burrow went through this a little bit, but Joe Burrow, at his best, showed us record-breaking type of stuff.
Joe Burrow started for 2 years and went out there and threw for 6,000 yards.
That's what I'm saying. Showed us record-breaking stuff.
Whatever that number was.
Yeah, ridiculous.
60 touchdowns.
I knew he was old as hell when they allowed him to smoke in the building.
Now, granted, he had Jefferson and Chase to be throwing the ball to. So
that is correct.
Didn't hurt.
That is correct. But, Ty Simpson didn't fare well on a bad team. Like, Ty Simpson didn't show that he can get sacked 9 times and still win a game. Like, he showed that affected him, and he's not a big guy. And, of course, if he was 6'4", they say that about a lot of people. They said about Russell Wilson. They say that about Drew Brees, where they would have went if they were taller. The reality is they're not.
When we talk to Phil tomorrow in his weekly spot, in case you don't know, Phil Simms is joining us every Wednesday at noon on Bart and Carlin leading up to the draft to talk about all the quarterback prospects and who are the best fits and how this actually plays out over the next month. That's what I'm more interested in over the next month. Do the Jets get caught up in this? I heard Adam Schefter this morning on Unsportsmanlike, and his exact quote at the time about Ty Simpson at 16 to the Jets was, I'm not seeing it right now. In other words, from what he's hearing, he doesn't believe the Jets are that interested in Ty Simpson. Does something like that change between now and then, whether it's when you have him in the building, whether it's a workout, whether it's anything along those lines that's going to convince you that maybe, hey, we do need to consider this?
I mean, maybe they need to consider if somebody thinks he's that great, whether it's Arizona, whether it's Cleveland. Are you willing to drop back a little bit for more draft equity? Because I think their position, depending on how these receivers go, like the Arizona State receiver.
Jordan Tyson.
Jordan Tyson, right? You got Jordan Tyson there that could be one of the best. I know he's been injured, but he can be one of the best receivers in the draft. You talk about Mikal Lemon. You talk about, Boston. Can you move back and still get somebody's second-round draft pick because they're getting desperate to jump in front of Pittsburgh who people believe that Pittsburgh might try and go with that type of play, because Pittsburgh has done a great job in rebuilding their offense through free agency. They've done a decent job in rebuilding their defense through free agency. I think this is a spot. I think definitely Ty Simpson doesn't get past Pittsburgh, especially with a quarterback type of coach, a quarterback guru like Mike McCarthy.
So here's what's interesting. If he does get past Pittsburgh, in Field Yates' latest mock draft, he had the Cardinals trading up out of the second round. You got the Cardinals, you got the Jets. You even potentially, and I'll just say it to say it, you can potentially have the Texans reasonably high in the second round.
Ooh, that'd be they didn't pay him.
They haven't done it yet. And then there's the
how
Browns.
he played in the playoffs? Would you pay him?
There's also the Browns too. Here's my point. If he gets past Pittsburgh at 21, is there then going to be a fight to get back into the first round?
I think it's a fight at 16 to get to him. I mean, the Jets, now I would be mad if the Jets, with their third pick, their second round, because they got to get two starters that can affect the play. They got to get a pass rusher, whether it's Arvell Reese or Bailey, and I feel like they have to get an offensive weapon for whoever's playing quarterback. And I don't think you go get that quarterback and then don't give him the weapon. You go get the weapon and then you find a quarterback later.
It's a CMB reunion next. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
Time to bench those other job sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build your championship roster. What's the advantage? Well, with ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast. But you also get the MVP for your team. Plus, ZipRecruiter doesn't make candidates wait to take the shot. It passes the ball right to them. Building your team or scouting fresh talent? ZipRecruiter runs the full court with powerful technology that immediately gets your job in front of the right players. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have come to ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. And why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster, smarter, and more efficient from post to hire before the competition can even cross half court. It's a slam dunk with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-90 Turbo Select with all-wheel drive for $279 for 36 months. Or buy with 1.9% APR for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN T1362010. MSRP $40,680. Zero security deposit. 1.9% APR at $28.60 per month per $1,000 finance, ends 3/31/26.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Discover where your future can take you at SUNY Canton Spring Open House on Saturday, April 25th. Explore exciting new programs like data science and analytics and cybersecurity designed to prepare you for today's most in-demand careers. Tour campus, meet faculty, connect with current students, and sit down with financial aid representatives. Plus, attendees can enter for a chance to win a scholarship. For registration details and information about courtesy bus trips from New York, email admissions@canton.edu. SUNY Canton, your future starts here.
Calling all Paw Patrol pups. Join Optimum and Nickelodeon on March 28th from noon to 3 p.m. at the Co-op City Dreiser Community Center to meet Chase and Marshall and enjoy activities, giveaways, and more.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Don LaGreca, one of his reads, Viking Pest Control.
Viking, yes.
And you talk about different pests that you want to eliminate, including
cockroach.
I buried those cockroaches!
The word is definitely not cockroach.
There's no extra A in there. First of all, I find it endearing, and I want you to keep doing it.
But that's not the way I'm taking it. I'm taking it as that I'm a moron.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York. And streaming live on YouTube.
Put it in the box!
This is your radio home for New York Mets baseball. 880 ESPN. WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2 New York.
CMB. CMB. Man, we all we got.
Well, last time I saw you was the day I got fired 6 years ago. Thanks a lot for checking in. It's Maggie Gray with Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. Hang on a second.
The reunion
I knew you'd
show.
be okay. I knew you'd be all right.
Yeah, you're fine. You know what?
He'll land on his feet.
Yeah. That is the worst saying to get when you get fired. When people call you and say, you'll land on your feet. That's fine. I got a call. And not only that, you get that call from like the last people you want to hear from.
Yeah, your real friends don't say anything.
You're like, yo, you trolling me, dude?
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't worry, bucko.
No, I got the first text I ever got when I got fired that day was the lovely text from Mike Tannenbaum, and out of nowhere. And the next was a phone call from somebody I just had no interest in having any sympathy for me ever.
Listen, if the alcohol content isn't 5.5 or above, I don't want to hear from you on the day when I'm walking out the door.
She is the great Maggie Gray, who is joining us in studio. Of course, she is our former partner, but she has gone on to do much bigger and better things. She's got the podcast with Perloff now after you did the show for a few years. And, you're just kind of hanging with us today. So what
thanks for having me.
What made you say, yeah, I got to get some of that again?
Yeah, well, miss you guys. Listen to you all the time. And the show's phenomenal. I love it. And I feel like I'm, listening to my old friends. And, I've just been slowly figuring out the things I don't want to do lately as opposed to the things I do want to do. And I'm just crossing stuff off the list, And, the latest, I had a good conversation with someone who, not from New York, someone out of town, is at a party, works in IT for a university. Yeah. And you'd be stunned at how many people take bad pictures, inappropriate pictures of themselves on work computers and work phones.
Really?
And this guy, it's his job to root it all out. And I'm hearing this at a party. I'm like, oh my gosh, a work phone, work computer, search history. Here's a nugget I found out in my spare time. The weirder the search, the more the IT guy remembers it and will bring it up at a wedding or a bar mitzvah. So don't do any of that.
It's like going to a proctologist at a party. You don't leave that guy's side.
I crossed off IT off the list. So now, maybe talking about sports again, sure.
Right on cue. Mom says, tell Maggie I said hello.
Oh, your mom makes the best banana pudding in the world.
Go ahead. Hit us with the power hour.
Oh, this is a new thing I have to do.
You've been doing it for 5 years.
Let me back away.
Don't judge me. It's the power hour. I should do 6 because Lucas is 6 now.
Lucas is 6 now. My son, I was pregnant when I was on the air with you guys, which I'm sure I was a joy. I remember calling in from the maternity ward. I was going in, and it was the first day of free agency. And this, how long ago it was, is that it was the day that Kevin Durant chose the Nets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Been that long.
I hope it's gone better for Lucas.
It actually said, and this is me 9 months pregnant, about to give birth, I said, I called into you guys, and I said, yeah, the Nets signed Kevin Durant. I said, the whole league's having an orgy, and the Knicks are standing in the corner scrolling on their phone. And I'll tell you, the looks I got on the maternity ward. rivaling what I just saw actually from some heads that just poked out of here.
Oh,
Hi.
that's
Sorry if
amazing.
that's inappropriate.
Not at all. We're fine. Who are you sitting with? You know better than anybody.
Seabiscuit, you know what I'm saying, going to go ahead and take it farther than that.
John, our boss, says, make sure you let the stallion run.
That was always our approach to Bart as well. When he's on a roll, you just don't get in the way. It's like you coming downhill to tackle Peyton Hillis or something.
You know, Chris has gotten a little cautious in his older age. You know what I'm
little bit.
What, are they going to take your scholarship?
Yeah.
You're fine.
He's trying to
paycheck.
Trying to pad that 401k.
Wait, by the way.
Listen, man, it's a lot different than when we got that job. Because now it's just about how am I getting to the finish line.
Sprinting.
Back then it's like, we're in our prime. This is going to be the golden years of radio. We're going to teach you all something about it. Oh, you're out of a job in 4 months.
Yeah, 12 to 2.
Couple thoughts on that. One, if we could just talk about it a little bit.
No, absolutely.
So, obviously, we got hired to replace Mike Francesa, right? It was a big deal at the time. And I think people just really wanted to hate us.
Yeah.
But it turns out we are 3 unhateable people. You're going to try to hate Bart Scott? Give me a break. Like, spend 5 seconds with him. You will not hate him. Carlin, it's impossible. Maybe you could probably come up with a couple things. But people wanted to hate us. They had already made up their mind that they didn't like us. And then, obviously, Mike came back.
Mike, like, I'll do it for nothing. Like, damn, Mike.
Well,
we can't compete with nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
you gonna go that low?
It's not a volunteer position for us.
Carton goes to jail. I want $5 million a year. 6 months later, I'll take 1.5.
I
don't know the exact numbers, but ballpark it.
You know
And we lost by 1/10 of a point to Michael K. And Michael, to no end, will bring up that he has beat us, and he should. But to that point. I would just point out
3 months on the job.
We're 3 months on the job, and Chernoff put on the Islanders on the air on like President's Day that got a 0.0, and it just buried us.
Took down our whole average.
No.
But you know what? It was. I'll stand by this. It was a great show. It was a great show, and people just didn't want to like us. I firmly believe
we were too early.
We were a little early.
We were too
well,
soon.
what happened was
we were silly. That was it.
Like Bart said, well, what had happened was it's kind of like how we should describe it. But when we started together at the beginning of 2018, and the whole thought was I had gone to Philadelphia the year before from leaving SNY, and I thought I was staying there for the rest of my career. My wife and I moved. And then this came up, and like, well, you got to do it. You got to go back and do it. And we come back, and we start doing the show. And then, of course, 3-4 months in, you had 2 companies in CBS Radio and Entercom that had come together and merged, and new bosses that kind of felt infatuated with Mike, and I can understand why, because Mike had always produced for them. But after that happened, I don't know that we could say like it galvanized us or whatever, but I know one thing, and I don't mean to sound like a jackass, but we got some ratings bonuses after that. We did pretty damn well, and I will continue to be very proud of that year and a half that we were together, because I know it wasn't that long, and I kind of knew that I was going to be the odd man out just because, Chunky, nobody going to miss him.
Well, that was news to us. Okay.
Well, but no, I mean, I didn't know, but I just figured. But at any rate, I will always be the most proud of that in my career.
I just remember eating 2 entrees every day. I can't believe how much we ate. You think I eat a lot here? we had 4 salads.
But to be fair, Carlin, you're right. One thing that kind of gets lost, because I don't know if anyone cares so much about the details of it, because it was like a short time compared to some other shows that ran over there. Our ratings were great. I redid my kitchen. Like it was not a bad show. That's why we say it was not a bad show.
No.
People didn't want to like us at first, but I think after Mike came back, then they kind of got behind us. We coined the term Zero F's Radio, and kind of from there on we.
What about all the
with
stuff that we got canceled out of? What was it? We had the quotes, the mean tweets.
Right?
We had to get rid of that.
Had to get rid of that.
Mad of our mean tweets. We had so many great ideas that never got pushed.
The BS translator was one of my favorites. Bart would interpret athletes and coaches BS.
Yep.
Jamal Adams was a godsend.
Jamal Adams was worth every penny that we paid him on that show. And I don't even know what he was paid, but he was just so locked into giving us a dumb quote every week. It was so good.
He made news forever and then decided when he scrubbed the Jets from his social media, which at the time, this feels quaint, but at the time that was like a really big move. That was like bringing the queen out. You know? Like you're really doing
That's
something.
how you break
now
up.
It's like
That's like a passive-aggressive breakup.
So we asked him about it, and he hung up. I was like, oh, man, this guy's not going to cut it.
It was great for us, though.
It was great.
Now Giannis does it. Nobody cares. Like, he's already scrubbed away the Bucks. But
He's so passive-aggressive. I don't think enough people criticize Giannis because he acts like a modern-day NBA diva, but people don't think so because he's got an accent or something. I don't know. If he was American, people would be crushing this guy. I don't know why it's different, but he will go on a podcast, say, I'm not sure I want to do this, that, and the other. You got to prove it to me. You got to show it to me. If he was in New York, he would be very polarizing.
Well, it could be coming soon.
Yeah.
I mean, what we got going on now, I mean, I don't know how, if this thing goes bad for the Knicks, I don't know how they don't push that chips all the way into the middle because we know that Brunson is coming up for a contract. And he took a major pay cut before. He's not going to do it again. So they got to try and dump. The problem is Bridges is so damn bad. Who wants him and how much value does he have in adding other than the salary number that he has? Like, he might be a guy that they try and buy out.
With the NBA, I've learned to say never, but the Bridges contract obviously seems like a –
I mean, the 5 draft picks
they were doing
set
so
the tone
well,
by Rudy
too.
Gobert. Yeah. It was the Rudy Gobert that set the tone with the five picks. And so Bridges gets the 5 picks. So I wonder what the hell does Giannis go for? I don't even know how the Knicks do it without involving a whole nother team.
Can Nico Harrison come back somehow and get him for like 2 second-rounders like the Luka trade?
That would be amazing.
Can we pull this guy out of whatever, I don't know, quarry he's buried in?
What if the Bucks just hired him this offseason just to come in and trade him? Like maybe Nico Harrison could become like the new fall guy.
Yeah.
Like you just come in, all you do, you get here, we're going to give you $5 million, trade him away for nothing, and then we'll fire you.
Yeah, we need a bunch of people to show up to the stadium, boo you.
Yeah.
You get paid to be booed.
Like when Bart used to talk to us, and we have a segment now, how to do the wrong thing the right way. The Chris Carter line, always got to have a fall guy.
Got to.
I can't believe I can't believe people went away from Chris after he dropped a nugget like that. I mean, that is some real. Think about all the athletes in this city who have messed up if they had just had a fall.
It's
guy.
true.
Yeah.
Exactly. Somebody can need a stunt double. Go out there like Roger Dorn. Hey, go lean into one. You know what I mean?
How about this? Can I just bring up an old story? So Bart, everyone knows, proudly from Detroit, Motor City, has some really nice cars. I don't think I'm talking out of turn here.
No.
Bart has the Batmobile and some other things for real.
Do you still have the Batmobile?
Was that the Eleanor? You calling that the
the black one that you took to Atlantic City that time and it broke down?
Oh yeah. Man, no. Did I run out of gas?
No, like the car just like
Hold on. You did. I'm going to let you have it.
No, that was the Hellcat. Yeah, the
Hellcat. Yeah. Looked like the Batmobile to me. What do I know? Anyway, Bart once offered to let me drive his Ferrari to an appearance we were doing at Hooters in Midtown.
What an amazing sentence you just said.
Every word of that is true. And I was like, no, Bart, I'm not going to drive your Ferrari. This is a terrible idea. He goes, I've got insurance. I was like, still no. This is the Bart Scott. This is how generous he is.
To drive that thing.
I was scared just to be in the front seat.
It's automatic.
You're like, I have insurance. It's okay if you sideswipe somebody. I was like, wait, what?
But here was the
I
better
remember I got lost on the expressway where you showed me how to take my subway trip, and I sat down. She's like, Bart, you're not supposed to sit down on the subway.
I forgot about that.
I was like, huh? You know I got lost coming back, right?
You did?
Yeah,
from
I
the
know it.
Barclays Center to
no,
the West Village.
from Yankee Stadium. Remember
that one.
Yeah,
yes.
when you took me uptown, and I didn't know how to get back.
We went
just
to
transfer to 145th Street and get over it.
Was that the day we sat in the judges' chambers?
Yep.
Yes, ice cream day.
Bart bought ice cream for everybody, really fancy ice cream sundaes. But I was with you the first time I think you ever took the subway.
Yes.
I thought we went to Barclays. Is that possible?
Yeah, that's when we both got the flu from shaking hands. And we didn't even know. We did the whole weekend with the flu. We had no idea.
Yeah, it's amazing what you remember and what you forget.
Shaking people's hands.
I always
and eating hot dogs.
So, listen, we'll talk about it a little bit because I don't know how many people care that much, but there is a question for both of you that I've always wanted to know the answer to. Why did you do it? Like, why did you come and decide to do the show? Because I know why I did it. I grew up at that place.
Yeah.
And I had produced for Mike and Chris.
Yep.
Like, that was the holy grail for me at the time.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, ultimately, I was actually happy in Philly doing the show with Ike Reese.
Yeah.
And, but I just said to myself, if the call doesn't ever come again, can you live with yourself? And my answer was no.
Yeah.
Why did you do it?
I was bored. No.
You were at SI, and you had a great thing going.
I really like Sports Illustrated. That was really fun. I'd also been there for 8 years, so I was kind of maybe looking like it was time to go on. What was crazy about getting the job with WFAN with you guys is I didn't know I was a candidate for that job until pretty late in the process. And so it kind of like, this never happens in broadcasting. This is not advice that I would give to any young broadcasters, but like the irony, this one kind of dropped into my lap a little bit. And then when I found out it was you and it was Bart, that was a no-brainer. Absolutely no-brainer. I wanted to work with you guys.
For me, I was coming off of TV for 4 years, and I was like, you know what, this would be a great opportunity. And I didn't realize how big or the magnitude of the moment until people told me, because I didn't listen to radio. You know, I grew up from the era where you still had the CD book, you know what I mean? And you when you get in the car, you put in CDs, right? So I had never heard of Mike Francesa. I didn't know the history. But then when I got educated, I said, listen, what a great opportunity to be a trailblazer, be the first African-American on, Afternoon Drive. And everybody told me that, and then I came down, met Maggie, met you. You know what I mean? I remember you from trying to chew me up on Loudmouth and all that type of stuff.
You and Shine just taking out Bart.
Right.
The first time, and listen, we remember how this went. Like, Kim Jones was a candidate as well. And,
Chris Sims.
And Chris Sims. We got Phil on tomorrow. We'll talk about that. We'll bring it up with him then.
Tell him I sent Matt a text message, and he hasn't responded yet.
Thanks,
Matt Sims, get back to me.
But Chris, or rather Bart, when we were talking about it, the first thing we met up at this deli in New Jersey, Harold's Deli in Edison. It was a Chernoff place. And I said to Bart, listen, just having met you for the first time, I may have said a couple of times on the air, can't wait, more like can't tackle.
And you're probably so proud of yourself for that line.
No, at the time I was, but then like that. But I'm like, I'm not going to try to like pretend like I never said it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 5 minutes later, he didn't care.
No.
But then 5 minutes later, I ordered food and it was egg whites, and he looked at me and was like, who are you kidding?
Bart, you did a couple amazing things. Obviously, so talented and so funny and everything. But you did this amazing thing with me and Carlin that I always appreciated, which is you never pulled the athlete card of the, well, you guys didn't play, so shut your mouth because you don't deserve to have an opinion about this because you didn't suit up. And you took the hits and you put your body on the line. Carlin and I, not so much.
Yeah.
But you never made us feel less than with our opinions, because I think you realized we were doing our research, and then if we'd say something wrong, you would just educate us about it. How many times, Carlin, were we in our office and Bart's on the whiteboard like Coach Billick or whatever, or like Rex Ryan drawing up defenses and offenses for us? Like, I got a great education from you.
Absolutely. And the other thing that I always appreciated about Bart was whenever we went anywhere and he saw any of his guys, like, he always incorporated us into it. It was never like, I'm going to go see my guy and not. Yeah. It's like, no, hey, get over here. But I remember we first went to spring training in Tampa with the Yankees. And we didn't know how that was going to go. We were hoping to get a bunch of people on, and the Yankees were amazing to us. They got us everybody. But when we first walked in the building, Maggie and I are kind of standing off to the side, and you see Aaron Judge. And this is 2018, so this is right after that rookie year. This is at the height of Aaron Judge's, And Bart just goes right up to him and starts talking. And Aaron's like listening to him and knows who he is, and he's just taking it all in. And Maggie and I are just looking at each other like, nope, could never do that.
That's where you have good field trips and all that stuff. What is it? Florio still got the sweatiest palms I've ever touched in my life.
He still remembers Estefan Florial.
Oh, Florial.
Yeah, it's the sweatiest hand I've ever shook in my life. Like, oh my God.
It was him and Severino.
It was soft too. Like, oh my God. Like, I feel like I need to take a shower.
But Yankees were amazing to us. They got us Stanton. They got us Judge. They got us everybody.
And we always had a good time. That's what I appreciated. You guys taught me structure, right? How to build the show out, how to sit down. And we had our meetings before. And we sit with Marash. And
we don't do that now.
Yeah.
No, not doing the bubbles anymore?
No, we just let it fly.
We just pull up.
No. But we
this show, get out of here.
Listen, it was an odd time to be sure, and my everlasting memory will be the day that I got fired. Because, first of all, I don't know if I ever told you this. That morning, I knew it was coming. And
you did?
The reason why I knew it was coming, not because somebody told me. The reason why I knew it was coming was our boss at the time. Well, I'll say it was a woman named Susan Larkin who just never cared for me, just never had any use for me or anything. She was walking around the president of the company, David Field, that morning. And you were in your office,
okay,
and I was in the office next to you in the glass. And I see Susan look in at me, and she stops, and she just turns away. And David, this is Maggie Gray.
Oh, no.
And I'm thinking to myself, oh, it's happening.
And I probably stood up and I was like, hey, boss, nice to meet you.
And then, but then the better part of it was, later that day, after the show, I get fired. You two, were so upset.
Yeah.
And Maggie stormed out of me telling you this and what I was going to say about it publicly, because I kind of had an idea. And you followed her that second, and the two of you, Maggie walks into her office and says, you just made a massive mistake.
Yep.
And
because she had just got there, right?
She had been there about a year.
I'm talking after the merger, was it?
It was after the merger, but I do remember the first time I met her. And listen, we all have bosses that we didn't see eye to eye with. That happens.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I knew I was in trouble right away, like a couple of months in. First time I met her, shook her hand, we're talking for a moment. I walk away. I come back. She's meeting Bart, and she turns to me and says, and you are? And first of all, I'm thinking, like, I'm the really fat, bald guy you met a minute ago. You don't remember that?
I'm going to be honest. In radio, Carlin, I mean, you're going to have to be a little more specific.
Big monogles, mirage.
But that's a fair point. My general point of it, though, is the incredible loyalty that you guys had in that moment meant everything. Because I had never been fired in my life before.
I bounced shortly after. I told you.
You did. And he said publicly, I didn't like the way that they treated him.
Yeah.
And Yeah,
thanks, guys, for leaving me, by the way. No one could have thrown me a lifeline. I stayed there for another 2 years.
We love ESPN. I love ESPN, but, man, did I take a haircut.
But that's the thing. Like, he could have stayed for a lot more money. And granted, he was going to get to work in some TV here, but at the same time, didn't have to do that.
I think the one thing that that happened with us is that we got this job, and it was a big deal, and we were laughing and trying to have fun, but everyone else was treating it so seriously. Like we were the new popes, because that was always Frances's nickname, right? Sports Pope. And it's like, we're the new pope. And no one else could have fun with it. And all we wanted to do was mess around and have fun. And it didn't feel like it really got there, where people didn't really understand what we were all about. And then when Francesa came back, then it was like, all right, do whatever you want. And we really got to see each other's true colors. And I think that's what you're talking about. You form these bonds with people because, to be honest, like, nobody's going to know what that was like except for the three of us. We went through this very unique thing. We all had different perspectives on it, but we all went through it together. And I liked what I saw when You Know What hit the fan.
And radio was so much different. Like, it's actually what we were doing is what radio is like now.
Oh, the YouTube channel. Remember how much we had to beg for the YouTube channel?
The Mevo, he had to go by and set up.
It was $500. It was our own money that we did for that.
Our own T-shirts money.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, now everybody wants to hear a podcast style type of show. And that's what we were.
Oh, yeah.
We were just early, right, with different unique personalities that just wanted to have fun.
And let's be clear here. We weren't reinventing the wheel or anything by any stretch. We are not patting ourselves in the back here. We were just having...
Oh, it was innovative, Carlin.
Yes, having a mold when you were pregnant. First of all, the fact that neither you nor I knew that she was pregnant until like a month and a half before you had Lucas.
It came out of nowhere.
We go down to Tampa for spring training, and Maggie and I go out to watch a college basketball game, and she's not having a glass of wine or a drink, and I'm like, And it didn't even strike me that like she might be pregnant or anything. No.
It's
just
like
idiot.
It's like
by the way, I'm going to be on maternity leave next month, you dope.
It's like those like little cotton balls that you put and you rehydrate, you put water on it, just spring up, and you just looked up one day and they're like, where did that come from? What the hell?
Man, yeah. Well, I wanted to spare you guys all of the TikTok and the details. Although the day that Bart brought in what he thought was the shower gel that he had been using religiously, and it was. Can I say
what was the brand?
Well,
if you say the brand, people will know what it is if you can't say what it was.
I thought it was Summer's Eve something.
Yeah, it was.
And we was like, and Bart's like, no, this is regular shower gel. We're like, no, it's not.
It's not.
And he
it's not.
He goes, no, it is. And I go, Bart, and I picked up the box. And I go, it's gynecologist tested? What are you talking about? I'm sorry. Should I see myself out?
No.
I feel like I've only brought the embarrassing stories.
No, that's amazing.
I thought it was real, I thought it was unique. Like, I use Secret. Because I grew up.
Yes.
Because I grew up as a kid, and little kids always forget their deodorant. Just think, we had Right Guard and Speed Stick. I mean, the deodorants and the chemicals in that would burn all the hair off your under armpits. You know what I'm saying? So my sisters had Strong Enough for a Woman, pH Balance for a Woman, Strong Enough for a Man. So I grew up with pH stuff. So I thought, it was cool. So when I see Summer's Eve, I just thought it was like shower gel.
Yeah, Bart, there also looks like a heel, feels like a sneaker, and I didn't see you running around with high heels. But, you get swayed by advertising.
I never tried a good wedge heel yet. Maybe, who knows, maybe it's good for my plantar fasciitis.
That's the worst.
Maggie's hanging with us for the hour, and we'll get some calls in. We'll get her takes on everything, including her Mets coming into this season, her Bills,
our Mets. What do you mean? Our Mets.
All right, you too. He still got it wasn't Phil Regan. It was Dave Island.
Dave
Island. He still got it.
Not Regan. Not the Vulture.
Not the Vulture.
Dave Island.
The greatest pitching coach in history of the Mets.
Yeah, Dave Island, who Bart got obsessed with somehow, was the pitching coach for the Mets at the time. We got him a Dave Island jersey. Carlin,
for my birthday, yeah.
Really worked this behind the scenes. They were on the road. We got him to sign it, the whole deal. Dave Island gets fired, and 4 days later, it's just expose after expose of what a mess the Mets were behind the scenes. We're like, Dave, not saying it, but
you're killing us.
But dang, man, don't hurt him on the way out.
It's Bart Carlin and Maggie, CMB.
We all we got.
We're hanging for the hour on ESPN New York.
Oh my Lord.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Let me say this. If you're an experienced superintendent in Jersey and you know you're better than the situation that you're in, Tricon Construction wants to talk. They're building serious multifamily, medical, and industrial projects across the state, and they're looking for leaders, not babysitters, real projects, real support, real backing from ownership. If you're ready to step into something bigger, go to triconbuilds.com/careers. That's triconbuilds.com/careers. And yes, it's confidential.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
50 years from now, will jeans be wide or skinny? Will email still exist? Will guac still be extra? One thing is certain. If you won the new Millionaire for Life from the New Jersey Lottery today, you'd still be getting $1 million every year for life. That's enough money to say, bring it on, the future. I will have that guacamole at any price.
Play the new Millionaire for Life today. Anything can happen in Jersey. Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087, 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087. Or simply visit TRA.com.
NFL Draft is coming up Thursday, April 23rd. New York is on the clock. The Jets pick 2nd and 16th. The Giants pick 5th, and Rick DiPietro and Dave Rothenberg are breaking it all down live. Join ESPN New York's Couchcast, your second screen for the NFL Draft. Real-time reactions, instant takes, everything New York fans care about. Watch along, react with us. Don't miss a single moment. ESPN New York's Couchcast on draft night, April 23rd, 8 p.m. It's brought to you by Calandra's Bakery.
I hope they're going to have the technology, because I'll be right here at Seaport hosting from the rooftop, baby. Pier 17.
What are you doing? Is it a draft party?
No, I'm doing the draft for the Jets, like I always do. I'm the host every year.
It's at the Seaport?
Yes, because the World Cup is coming. Nobody can be at the stadium.
So they're doing it at the Seaport at Pier 17?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I'll be there rocking the mic, 1s and 2s, solo mijo.
Who do you think they should draft?
Oh, well, I feel like Bailey, but I think they're going to go Arvell Reese. I'm getting kind of hanging out, being around there. I think they want that dual threat. They don't want to be the team that passes on Michael Parsons, even though Carter last year was supposed to be Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think they want to pass on that dual threat. And they've done a good enough job to secure the edges with what they've acquired in free agency. So now they want a guy that can do both. And I think, maybe, this is putting, DeMario Davis can teach them how to play linebacker and be mature for a little bit. But, Sherwood has to prove something, because they gave him the money. And, they can get out of that money next year if he doesn't show up, that he can be a better leader and a more complete player. I think this year they'll be able to evaluate him better, because DeMario Davis will do the heavy lifting for him. He'll do all the thinking, so he can just be a junkyard dog. Because I thought last year the operational stuff kind of slowed him down, being there having to make the calls, make the checks, and this was a new system for him. He was under a solid system since he was a pup, and all the pressure was on him. And I thought he struggled that way. But 16 is where it gets real, because for me, I think they should go receiver for whoever, because if you go get a quarterback and you don't have a receiver, then he's going to struggle. So I think you go get two weapons so Garrett Wilson can have somebody opposite. Who knows, maybe Inon Mitchell can step up and be what they think he can be. But they got to go get a legitimate stud. So that's my opinion.
Bart and Carlin, Maggie Gray is in with us. Our friend came over to hang out with us for an hour
brought
or so.
Pizza.
Yeah, she brought Joe's Pizza, and the ironic part of this was, and I think I was talking about this last week on the air. I don't know if I was talking about it on the air or not.
It almost got us a write-up.
Somebody about it.
We almost got a write-up.
It was yesterday, and it was the whole strategy behind it. The whole thing was that Maggie at one point made a comment off the cuff to us and said, I could eat an entire pizza. And I'm just like, no, you couldn't. Because look at you. You're barely 100 pounds. I mean, what are we doing here? And you could eat an entire large pizza. So it became a wager for on air. Because,
Challenge.
Of course, everything is content. It was one of the first times, I think, one of the first times that, Instagram Live became a thing.
Oh, yeah.
This is...
What were you filming with?
Your phone.
My phone.
We didn't have a live stream then.
No, we didn't have a live stream, but we did do that, and the whole thing was, did you have to do it in under an hour? Or
2
was
hours.
it in 2 hours?
I had 2 hours to eat a full, large pizza from Joe's in West 4th Street.
So she brought one in today for us.
Kobayashi, eat your heart out.
You want to go ahead and hammer this? I already took a piece, but if you want to hammer this home before 1 o'clock.
I mean, don't tempt me with a good time, Carlin. But I think I did it once. I proved myself that I could do it, but I don't know if you guys remember the immediate aftermath of that.
I remember, first of all, I immediately told you at the beginning that your strategy was flawed because you were thinking you could eat 2 pieces every 20 minutes and you'll be fine. And I was like, no, you have to take your body right into shock and awe and jam as many pieces as you can down before it knows what's happening to it.
Before your brain tells you that you're full.
Exactly.
Right before that.
To be honest, it was great advice. You were totally right. I was completely wrong.
Oh, who are you talking
about? Always listen to the fat man.
Listen, I mean, I don't think you put down a whole pie in 2 hours, though. I mean, it's stupid to do. By the end, you feel like you're chewing on cement.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Bart started showing me inspirational videos. Like it was training camp. Yeah, he loves Rocky and all of that. But Bart was showing me old Nike commercials and stuff like that in the breaks.
There's rise motivation.
And I'm like, it's not training camp, man. It's not 2-a-days. I'm just an idiot. I'm never going to be able to do this. But the motivational videos actually helped. I remember chewing, getting down the last bit, and then it just all came up. Thank you. And
I came in, you was curled up in the ball.
I was curled up in the ball. No, so a couple things. One, I think to this day, I believe I'm the only person to ever puke in the Mike Francesa studio, so do with that what you will. Hi, Mike.
I'm jealous.
And then the second part was, so Chernoff calls me the next day, okay? Because he's very worried about me.
I do remember his look because you left.
Yeah.
For the day shortly thereafter. Guys, I got to go.
We all know what's happening here. I don't need to hang around.
But he had a look on his face like, oh, no, what did I do?
Right. He was
Why
worried.
did I let her do this? We're going to get sued.
He called me the next day, or maybe it was later that night, and I just wanted to have some fun with him. And he's like, how are you? I was like, I'm in the emergency room. And he was like, I'm in my house. I'm on my couch. Don't worry. I'm fine. Just full.
No. You signed a waiver. No.
Oh, that was fun. That was a good day.
And then there was the other time that I will not forget is when Maggie was pregnant and we had the mold.
Yeah.
Instead of Maggie, because of Beyonce had a mold made of her pregnant belly.
Well, me
and Beyonce always get confused all the time. Yeah.
But instead of you doing it, we had me do it.
Yeah.
and it was Bart and Marash at the time.
Put plaster on your stomach.
Putting what is it?
Plaster.
Plaster?
It's plaster.
That's what it was.
It's strips of fabric with plaster that you do when you get your wrist cast.
I just remember the two of you were in undershirts putting this across my bare chest.
How many hairs did we have in the baby in Luca's bubble bath?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, it was going to be a bath for him.
I would love to know whatever happened to that thing.
I had it for a long time.
Really?
I did. It was in the office for
We should have bronzed it.
I wonder if I still have it somewhere. I mean, I kept a lot. I still have some Zero F's radio shirts. Yeah. I still got a lot of stuff.
Like if you have,
we should bronze it.
If you still have that, I really got to question what you're doing.
Yeah, maybe not.
We should bronze it and make it a foot bath for you.
Great.
I just want to be there for the moment that you actually have to make that decision. Ultimately, like, yeah, I'm throwing.
It's time to throw it away.
It's gotta go.
I did the Marie Kondo thing. I thanked it, and then I moved on. Showed it gratitude, and then thank you for getting us through a radio show.
Let's hit Jacob in Virginia on ESPN New York. What's up, Jacob?
Hey, hope I'm coming in clear. I'm sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice. Just really, real quick, 2 quick points. First off, I just want to put my vote in. I really think that CMB, I miss you guys. I listened to you back in the old days, and then when you guys, dispersed, I was really let down. But just hearing you guys just kind of takes me back to that time of, when you guys were talking and stuff, and you guys always brought joy. And I really hope that ESPN gives it a thought, maybe bringing Maggie on, because I'll tell you, they got a 3-person trio in the afternoon, and I think a midday might be pretty good too if I had my vote. Secondly,
screw
I just
those
want
guys. We'll
to
take
move
their
over to
spot.
something.
No. I'm just hanging out. No, just hanging.
Well, Maggie, you're missed. I mean, just the 3 of you guys just feels like family. So I'm one of those listeners that really liked you guys. Just want to let you guys know that. But I'm going to go ahead and merge now to this is more directly towards Bart. So I'm going to try to get through this. I told Tom when I called in. So, Bart, I laid my uncle to rest this weekend, and he was a huge Ravens fan. He was a huge Ravens fan, man, and he loved you. He followed you when you went with Rex up north, and you brought a lot of joy. And I remember him talking about you all the time, and just as a kid, just watching him. And I just want to thank you. You don't know how much you impact people. Being an athlete. I mean, maybe you do. But you really did mean a lot to my uncle, who we just laid to rest, man. And I just want to thank you for all the dedication that you put into the sport, and how hard you worked as a professional athlete. So I just want to leave it with that. Thanks, guys, and I wish you guys nothing but the best.
Appreciate that, man. And that's why we do what we do, man. And I hope you guys can get through this moment. I know it's always tough as somebody who just buried his high school coach about a week ago. Life is precious and it's to be enjoyed. So. I'm glad that any smile I ever put on your uncle's face, it was a pleasure.
Can I tell you, that was also one of the amazing things about working with Bart. He would never brought that up, but that happened
a lot.
People saying thank you, mostly because you represented a high point in Jets history where the team, it really kind of bookended some serious losing.
Yeah, we're still waiting.
And you really represented another peak. I know you guys couldn't ultimately get to the Super Bowl, but you played your hearts out. That defense was everything. You beat Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. You have those memories. You have the pelts on the wall, and people, we used to watch. Say thank you for that. And then even more, not to, I remember someone had a call once we were on the air and said that a family member loved Bart and asked to be buried in his jersey. I don't know if you remember that. These things hit, like, we realize the impact that you have for sports fans and people around here.
I think the thing that
I just remember being dehydrated playing ping pong, hoping we can get Zion.
Well, but this is what I was going to bring up is that there was that we had an NBA draft lottery party out in Staten Island where we had 500 ping pong balls made up with Zion on the name, hoping that the Knicks were going to get him.
All the people we could get, we got R.J. Barrett. What the hell?
But Bart brought his personal ping pong table to that place. It took him like 4 months to
give it back. I'm like, bro, hey, man, I'm going to charge off for that.
But here was the point. There was that time. We had an appearance down in Jersey on Route 1 or on Route 18 where he put on hockey equipment and was playing goalie and letting people fire shots at him. And he kept saying, I'm the Black Dominic Hasek.
It was so good. And people are really giving it their all.
Oh, yeah.
Also, that time with the ping pong in the Zion, this is a hilarious moment from Carlin. So Carlin's on the mic, okay, with the whole bar, the one in Staten Island. It was packed. It's the draft lottery. Everyone in New York's just waiting for a good thing to happen. And it was Zion and Ja Morant. So even 1 and 2, like at the time, you got to remember, these were a really big deal, these guys. And so they do it backwards, obviously. And it goes 3, New York Knicks, and Carlin, and everyone in the bar just goes, oh, like this groan, right? Like a kicker just missed a chip shot or something, like a stadium. And Carlin goes, well, 3's not that bad. Like, they're going to get us out of here with pitchforks. What are you talking about? The season's over. Bury the franchise. Meanwhile, they ended up even better. Imagine if they had Zion and all the trouble that could have caused in New York.
Oh, my God. That's not that bad. I'd forgotten about that. That's not that bad.
We're taking RJ Barrett.
Ripped everybody's hearts out of their chests.
Tough night.
The Buck Williams of basketball.
We're hanging with Maggie until the top of the hour. 800-919-3776. She is the great Maggie Gray. I'll tell you, a lot of people are up watching on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. A lot of people. Listen, I know it's a small sample size, and I am not of any kind of delusion about what our show was. It was on for a year and a half, basically. But we had a blast, and we had so much fun working together, and that's why it's so great to have you in. So just hang with us here for a bit. 800-919-3776. Bart, Carlin, and Maggie on ESPN New York.
Hey fans, come on to Yankee Stadium on Friday, April 17th when the Yankees host the Royals, and be ready to receive a Yankees promotional giveaway that has become a fan favorite. It's Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees hockey jersey. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss the Yankees and Royals for Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub on Friday, April 17th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Time to bench those other job sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build your championship roster. What's the advantage? Well, with ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast. But you also get the MVP for your team. Plus, ZipRecruiter doesn't make candidates wait to take the shot. It passes the ball right to them. Building your team or scouting fresh talent? ZipRecruiter runs the full court with powerful technology that immediately gets your job in front of the right players. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have come to ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. And why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster, smarter, and more efficient from post to hire before the competition can even cross half court. It's a slam dunk with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, get Verizon Fios and a line of mobile for just $64.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month. And unlimited welcome for $45 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. And you know I love my cake. So I get that big birthday energy without any sugar guilt. The bottle's small, easy to toss in my bag, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost to cake-ify my day. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Rich Eisen here. For small businesses, every hire counts, and so does your time. Hiring can quickly become overwhelming, from sorting applications to figuring out who's truly qualified. That's where LinkedIn Hiring Pro helps. It streamlines the process so you can focus on connecting with the right candidates, not managing the noise. Hire right the first time. Post your job and get $100 off towards your job post at linkedin.com/Eisen. That's linkedin.com/Eisen. Terms and conditions apply.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft. Presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive, and it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
Oh. What you know about that, boy? You don't know nothing about that. Girl, good party, go to the party. You don't know. What you know about this, man?
Umbaka.
Like you was next to... Man, it's just right, man.
It's Bart Carlin and Maggie Gray hanging with us. It's so awesome to have her in here
She's
on
dressed
ESPN
in
New
yellow.
York.
She says hello. Come sit next to me, you fine fellow.
You know, Bart does not get starstruck by anybody. Like, he's lived in this celebrity world for a long time. But, man, if, like, Tone Loc showed up, I feel like you would lose it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Man. Love the OGs, baby.
The Sugar Hill Gang.
You know, Carlin has never
walked
seen.
in this door. We lost him for the day.
You know, Carlin never seen Men of Honor. Like, there's so many movies this man has never seen before. He had homework to do, and he runs out of gas.
I also never forget the look that Bart gave me when he realized I'd never eaten Popeyes before, and he was just like, how dare you?
Did you ever think I was that much of an idiot when it came to, like, driving or anything like that?
But to be honest, you running out of gas in the middle of Iowa was not on my bingo card. Like, you are a really buttoned up dude. Like, you
at the time, but like the last few years,
he's always been
just all falling apart.
He's always been bougie. He's the first person I ever seen order his Starbucks on a mobile app. This was like in 2019. I didn't even know it was a real thing, and he ordered it. So for him to run out of gas because of Starbucks is right on task.
It's my ability to weaponize laziness. Anyway,
Carlin was collecting points before any of us even knew there was an app. Just ahead of the game.
The one thing I did want to ask you about is, like, what are we doing in Buffalo? What the hell's going on with the Bills?
Oh God, it's
not a bad offseason though. Geno Stone. Listen,
Bradley Chubb.
I'm talking about, like, Charles Gardner Johnson. He may be a guy that you can only handle a stomach for like a year or so, but man, he is a guy that brings a attitude and a tempo and a passion to the game that I think could help them out. Geno Stone, him, and they brought somebody else.
Bradley Chubb. But see, this is the thing. So you guys know I'm a diehard Bills fan. I'm from upstate. Uncle was a season ticket holder. The whole deal.
Uncle Wayne. Shout out Uncle Wayne.
Yep, still doing awesome. But really, really hurting with the last loss. All that's missing is a nickname, because usually Bills' losses end in the most painful way and usually have some kind of nickname. Maybe we'll call it the no call. I don't know. But to lose in Denver like that was just awful.
That was rough.
The thing is they've tried this now basically 3 times. They tried to bring in Von Miller at the end. They brought in Joey Bosa at the end. Now Bradley Chubb. It's never
Bradley
worked.
Chubb's young, though.
Younger, but had some injuries.
For me, what I don't like is the fact that they always go cheap. Go all in. A.J. Brown. Why are you going DJ Moore?
I have no idea.
He's available for a reason. Because Luther Burton III and Rome outplayed him.
Well, here's my other part. You have Ben Johnson, right, who is obviously a good head coach, you know, and the Chicago Bears, and he's helping Caleb Williams. And he finds DJ Moore expendable. Right. So now you think that's a good idea to bring him on. I don't love it. I didn't love the second-round pick for it. And by the way, they still need another receiver. And here's where I'm at, guys. I'm starting to get, you guys, we were all together the day the Bills drafted Josh Allen, right?
Yeah.
And
that was the Barclay trade.
That was the Hooters in Midtown.
Yes, it was.
That was the first time I ever tried a fried pickle. So thank you. That was a fun night. But the Patriots now have gone to the Super Bowl with Drake May. They're right here on the Bills' corner. You got like a mini Josh Allen and Drake May, even though he played like crap in the Super Bowl. And I'm afraid that the Bills missed the window. I hate to say it because they're not going all in. They're not doing what the Rams do. And when they do, it's not even worth it. Like, it should have been A.J. Brown. Bring all the self-help books. I'll tell you what, they don't hear your screams in Buffalo like they do in Philadelphia.
Should have gave him a Kindle on the sideline. I don't care. Who cares? Audio book.
Xbox. Who cares? I would have much rather them take a bigger swing. I think that, I just didn't love the offseason moves. And by the way, I didn't really love the hire of just elevating Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator.
Were you surprised they fired McDermott?
No.
It was time.
It was time. Just like you have John Harbaugh now is going to be here in New York. Mike Tomlin. But the thing is, at least Tomlin and Harbaugh, had won Super Bowls and had the success. McDermott and Josh Allen have been together now for too long to never make it to a Super Bowl. And I know he's not an offensive guy, but you had to change.
And it was one tragedy after the other. But why do they
beat Andy Reid?
Why do they keep paying Knox? Like, what is Kincaid for? Why do you keep paying this man?
There's something. He and Josh are like best friends, I think, and they pay him. It's kind of Josh's
he's Josh's
team now.
fault guy.
Well, that's fine. Go vacation with each other in the offseason. Who cares?
So I think what they made two mistakes. One, I don't think they should have elevated the offensive coordinator. I would have brought in Mike McCarthy. I would have brought in somebody who can really,
it's a lot of pressure.
A little more proven. And also, you didn't go far enough. You're going to get the head coach out of there. You got to get the GM out, too. These guys, to me, are connected. And, I thought they didn't go far enough, and I'm afraid they're wasting Josh Allen's prime.
Between that and what's going on in Indianapolis, how this guy still has a job, drafting Anthony Richardson, paying Sauce for 2 first-round draft picks. Like, I have no idea how – he signed Michael Clemens. That should be a fireable offense to begin with. I had no idea how those 2 general managers survived.
But meanwhile, in New York, I think exciting. I would have rather that the Giants had taken Mike McCarthy. I thought that he would be better with Jackson Dart. I mean, he has a proven track record of working well with quarterbacks.
People hate Mike McCarthy. His resume is the same as Sean Payton. It's the same as Harbaugh, the same as Mike Tomlin, but he just gets a bad rap because he looks like Shrek.
Exactly. You're all rabid anti-fat tykes.
Wait a minute. No, see, this is the one profession besides chef where I feel like it's good to be a little bit bigger. You're like football coach out of Central Casting. You need the big guy, Andy Reid. You want some of these bigger dudes.
But Robert Saleh keeps getting jobs. Okay?
Everybody wants a small guy now, right? That's why it took Rex a long. It took Rex a long time to get it. Rob never got the look.
You're a bigger dork than McDaniel.
Yeah, but he's out of there.
He got fired, but he got hired in 2 seconds.
Dayball went on the Ozempic. You know what I mean?
Vitamin O. Couldn't save him. Man.
How is that crazy that he finds the quarterback and then he's the one that gets fired, but Shane doesn't get fired?
And also, they had so many issues, right? The defensive guys not playing with any kind of motor. The special teams was such a disaster, blowing all those fourth-quarter leads. And they thought that Dayball was going to come back to Buffalo. And just knowing some things, like a little bit behind the scenes, he was never coming back to Buffalo. I know he's from up there, and Dayball, they had some good years, but that did not end well.
Thank you for coming. This was so awesome.
That's it? It's over?
It's over.
I'm surprised you only ate a quarter of your pizza.
Listen, that'll tell you how much I miss her. I didn't eat the whole thing.
Exactly.
Can we go over to the Mike Francesa studios just to puke in it one last time?
It's like 2 blocks away.
I don't think my key card works anymore.
Is the plate up still on the door? I don't know if it is.
It is. It is.
That's all right. Listen, it's awesome to see you. And it was, for me,
who knows,
I'll speak personally, it was an incredibly fun time.
Might get to do it again.
Well, here's the deal. I listen to you guys all the time, and I'm in my car. I'm listening to you on the app, on the ESPN New York app. It always is crystal clear coming through. Perfect. I'm a P1, as they call it. And I've almost crashed the car. Carlin, some of the things that Bart says. I think one of the lines was where Joel Embiid at the Olympics.
Oh, yeah, he don't know what the hell he is.
A different country.
Yeah, every year. Now he's going to play for America next year. Sell out. Cameroon, France. Bigger country, man.
I believe you said Wakanda, and I almost drove my car off the road. I love it. I love you guys, and whatever happened there, like the fact that I landed with 2 great friends, what more could a person ask for?
That's very true. Don't let it be 6 years next time, huh?
Yeah. Well, I changed my number 16 times.
That's a fair point. Kay is up next. Speaking of changing his number, he's done that on me too. He is off today, actually. It's my bad.
Right.
I think it's about Dan.
What has he got, Mike's schedule? Kay is off today because he's traveling out west for the Yankees. Dan Grassa in for Kay next on ESPN New York.
Discover where your future can take you at SUNY Canton Spring Open House on Saturday, April 25th. Explore exciting new programs like data science and analytics and cybersecurity designed to prepare you for today's most in-demand careers. Tour campus, meet faculty, connect with current students,